Amazing. Well, we'd love to see that. I need to make a new notification squad. Just for the people that need to be told that the stream is happening. Again. There you go. Because it needs to be an entire new link every time, obviously. Obviously. That's good. That's good. Oh yeah, I got 34 viewers here now. Wow, that's great. 34 whole viewers. This is so good. This is so... I'm just gonna kill myself, basically. Yeah, so the stream died. It'll do that. It might do that again, because I'm just gonna kill myself, basically. That's why it's gonna happen again. Yeah, I was just busy delivering my angry screed to the YouTube community. You know, you probably missed that. It's always good to start the stream, and you know what? I'm just gonna start throwing a couple things. That's fine. It's always good to start a stream, and immediately have it die on you. That's happened to me like 3 times now this month, and I'm just gonna kill myself. It's gonna be the end of my life, and I'm just gonna be dead. It's gonna be great. I'm planning on going out, leaving a bang. I'm gonna jump off the tallest building in the world. It's gonna be great. I mean, if you're gonna go out, you know, you might as well go out swinging, right? Anyways. Yeah, I was just busy delivering my angry screed to the YouTuber community, who have, ignored my voice. Once again, listen, I know that Tommy C guy was the one who really called it. He was the one who first called it. But I gotta say, I called it. I mean, like, it took me a while, because at a certain point I stopped paying attention to Mamamax, but like, I was there before everybody else was there. I need society, I need the record, I need the historical record to reflect that I was there before fucking Mutahar, before any of these other people. And where's my credit? Where's this golden statue dedicated to me? You know? It's because they hate the disabled. And, you know, YouTube cut me off because they hate the disabled. That's why my stream died. YouTube hates the disabled, and so hashtag, I'm making this, it's gonna be a new hashtag. You're all obligated to support it, or else you probably also hate the disabled. Hashtag pick a side, Deadwing Dork or hating the disabled. We can workshop it a little, make it like, you are evil YouTube unless you respond to us, Deadwing Dork or the disabled, something like that. But we can make it happen. We can make it happen. I've been just so busy protecting children that, you know, YouTube just has a problem with that. And so does, you know, the general wider, you know, YouTube community at large, as we all know. But we're going to get into it here. As I was saying before in the previous stream, if you just got if you came from the other stream, there's been more news. Yeah, Leviathans got to my last stream. That's right. There's been more news. It's continuing. It's ongoing. People are disavowing him. He's doing stupid stuff. It continues to be very funny. And nobody needed to pay me to do this one. This one was all me. This one was just every time I look at general YouTube discussion on my Discord, it's something new. Usually from Ark or Tyler. Going, okay, well now this is happening. Muda just said this. Mamamax just said this. It's so over for him. I can't believe it. And like, it keeps being really funny is the problem. I don't want to just be a YouTube drama coverer. This user does not wish to be the drama coverer. But as I was saying in the last stream, and I want this to be saved here, you know, in the existing stream. Mamamax currently is on the exact beautiful precipice, the middle point between YouTube drama that's relevant and the birth of a new lolcow. It's like watching a new... People have compared him to Onision, but it really is like watching a brand new Onision be fucking formed from the egg. Like, he's popping out of the egg. I'm so happy for him. But anyways, we're gonna get into it here, and I've got a little theme song prepared for the stream here.
Prepare the water cooler, that we may gather around it later and discuss things.
Phony Mamamax lawyer fighting for survivors, using silly voice changers and being a huge liar, allegedly. So, is the stream unlisted? Are we unlisted? No, we're public now. That's fine. Yeah, no, when I saw the thing about Mamamax's totally ChatGPT generated lawyer thing, I just that popped into my head, and I couldn't get that out of my head, so I had to make that into a thing. So we are here, and we have a document here called I want to get let me just do this here. It's called I want to get off Mamamax's wild ride. I want to get off Mamamax's wild ride. 3 months on the ride and they're still not even hungry or thirsty? Those bastards brought food and drinks onto Mamamax's wild ride. The following are updates to the Mamamax store. This is from Ark, and I believe Gabe also worked on this. The following are updates to the Mamamax story after his release of I Place Accountability in My Own Hands. Apology video crossed out with Camden Gerard Davis documentary trailer number, this number, on January 16th, 2023. In the span of 72 hours, Max's career and reputation have been utterly nuked from orbit, as his history of lies, threats, and stalker behavior have been put on full display by others, and he own damn self! So we got a money thing here, and this goes for a little bit. We got a lot of links. We got a video to watch, a whole leaked like phone call thing or something. Not the Nicolas Diorio one, but the other one that happened last night where he threatens Charlie and stuff. It was. I haven't seen it, but I've heard great things. Let me see here. Max set up a GoFundMe as part of his I Place Accountability in My Own Hands video to raise $100,000 for the survivors. And Spencer was appointed as the financial manager by the other survivors. It was shut down within hours, allegedly over reports it was a scam. We got an archive of the GoFundMe here. And then we've got one of Camden's other accusers says she doesn't understand why Max or a third-party financial manager isn't in charge of the money rather than Spencer, which implies the appointed by survivors story isn't entirely accurate. This is a clip from, I guess, Nicolas Diorio here. Yeah, this is the GoFundMe. The survivors of Camden Gerard Davis. They somehow raised... Wait, does this mean that Max... Okay, does this mean that Max put the $9,777 toward this himself? Is that what this means? There was one donation, and I guess it was... This seems like money laundering. I mean, wait. Because you got... I would assume this is like the Patreon money and, like, you know, donations on streams and stuff, super chats. Like over the last month, maybe, and then you donate it yourself to your own GoFundMe. That is really sketchy. Yeah, you got the dog there. You got the dog here. They made a GoFundMe. I guess apparently it was deleted very quickly. Yeah, the dog here to make you feel really bad. There's a joke to be made about the dog in this picture, but anyway. Hello, I'm Max. As a filmmaker, my passion lies in empowering children through storytelling. My latest mission is deeply personal and significant.
supporting the survivors of Camden Gerard Davis.
I need to have, like, the filmmaker song that he used. I need to have that on my soundboard. Can I just real quick, like... Yeah. Here. I have no idea what song it was, but we'll just... Here, this one's called Lust Riders.
This journey began with a chance encounter with Spencer Slayton, whose profound experiences and resilience inspired me to action. Joining a Discord server with other survivors was a pivotal moment. It was clear that this endeavor would demand my utmost dedication. As a director known for my hyper-stylistic approach, I've been adapting my methods to do justice to this complex and harrowing story. The path hasn't been easy, and we've faced challenges along the way, but each step brings us closer to understanding and learning.
Yeah, it just continues. Dear Camden,
Leviathans are coming for you!
You know, the Leviathans. Have you met my friends, the Leviathans? Have you heard of my boys, the Leviathans? What are you talking about? So it's organized by Max, and the beneficiary is Spencer. So yeah, this does feel like a weird... I'm just saying how I feel. This feels like a scam. In my opinion, not even a scam, but a scheme. A schemazing. Why are you, like, laundering the just under $10,000 through the fucking GoFundMe? What the fuck is that? This is real suspicious. There's no comments or anything. And yeah, it was taken down pretty quick, apparently. And then now here we have this. Once again, this is, one of Camden's other accusers saying that she essentially doesn't understand and necessarily doesn't support the making Spencer in charge of the money thing. And this is from Nicholas Dioria. Well, this is from Slug's channel here. So we're going to get into it more in a little bit. This is on ultra low, but it's fine. We're going to get into it more in a little bit, but Slug here, I guess this is a former editor of what's his name? Or I say former. This is an editor up until like a couple days ago, from what I understand. This fellow only just recently hopped ship, and I've heard that there's some things about him that are maybe not the most. You maybe don't take every word he says for true, but I don't know. That's just what that's what I've heard. This man has no dick. He kind of looks like Limmy down here if he fused with, like, Vote Saxon 07 or something. But this is Discord, or this is Discord. This is Slug, and he has a clip here.
To support this effort, all donations received in October via our Patreon will be allocated for this legal process.
I mean, the one way you know that this Slug fellow is, his testimony is questionable is because he's currently playing Destiny.
All additional funding.
I think this is Destiny. I'm pretty sure this is Destiny.
Used to film this.
Absolutely disgusting.
So just to be clear, guys, the money is going to make more of these amazing videos and not to little kids who need diapers.
Where's the donations going towards? Not that I doubt it won't be going to a good cause for survivors. It's going to the legal case. Spencer is handling all the money.
Oh no.
Oh no!
I'm sending it to her.
I did not add the oh no, but that was good.
She is the financial manager of the legal case.
Oh no.
Why is one of the victims in charge of all of the money? Why are you not in charge of all of the money? Ethical complaints.
I'm not gonna lie, that's an actual good point.
That's a pretty good point. Now, I thought this was one of the survivors saying this. Now, does that show up here, or like what's...
Money? I'm be real, I'm not here for...
Okay, yeah.
I did wonder that. I mean, like, I don't care who's in charge of the money. I'm be real, I'm not here for the money, and I have a job.
Yeah, you're just here for the anime waifu body pillows.
Obviously.
And videos of White Boy.
But
White Boy! White Boy!
Why Max wasn't in charge of the money, since it's his channel and, like, he's supposed to be the helping
the guy.
The dude, the man.
The guy. Like, it feels weird to fucking just show up like that and just be like, oh, hey, I'm in
So
charge.
this is apparently this woman talking as one of the survivor people. And it's interesting that she says she's not here for money. I mean, there is something to be said. People are saying this whole thing is like a scam all the way down, and I really don't know if that's the case because, like, yeah, there's a certain degree of, you know, debate amongst these people, these survivors. They're not all on the same page here. You'd think they would all be backing every word that Max and Spencer say, but it seems to mainly be them. And then the rest of them are all, I think, also being taken for a bit of a ride. If I, you know, my opinion here, it seems like they are maybe also being, like, grifted a little bit. Like, it seems like this lady doesn't know what the fuck is happening and is just confused. So it lends some credibility to the idea that, you know, maybe this Camden guy is actually bad news. Who knows? I will say, actually, this is not part of the document or anything, but I'd like to find this real quick. There's a video that I let me see here. There's a video that I watched yesterday talking about our friend here, Max. It was this video here. It was called it's Mamamax and cult leader Camden. I wish we knew more. And it's an hour and 54-minute video that goes in detail through all of the allegations. And the person making it looks like a slightly wider Camden Gerard Davis, so you know that you can trust him. But it goes through all of the allegations, it goes through Max's goals and how, like, what's going on and how confusing the Brainwash Your Influencers video is. And then it goes into all of the stories, like Spencer's story here, Life with Camden, Kayla's story, Survivor A, Survivor B, C, Miscellaneous People. This is basically what this should have been, and while I was watching this, it was like not really convincing me of everything Max has been saying, but it was certainly more like, it's funny that Max claims this whole thing is for, like, getting attention so that people will pay attention to the important thing that's happening. This was capturing my attention just fine when it was, like, harrowing tales of people surviving this guy. And I don't know if they're all true, but I'm just saying it was communicated a lot better than whatever the fuck Max was trying to do. Just by being exactly what everybody said. Just, this is what happened, and then, you know, here's this part, and then here's the cult tactics. We're actually talking about how this thing is a cult, because everybody's been confused about how this fucking organization is supposed to be a cult and what that even means. Because, like, it doesn't appear that this guy has any online presence, but it looks like I'm sort of kind of bored here. Actually tries to break down the cult elements of this. This is a very good video. I didn't watch the whole thing, so maybe he goes into some kind of weird territory toward the end. I don't know. But what I saw of it was very interesting. And I would definitely recommend this if you want more of an actual... If you want more actual info about what's been going on and what's been said to have been happening with this Camden guy, you can probably find it here. And I think it is still all just like hearsay and, you know, he said, she said kind of thing. But it's much more convincing hearsay and he said, she said, you know? Like, it's much more convincing than whatever Max was trying to do. So I just wanted to shout that out here. Again, this is I'm Sorta Kinda Bored. And this is the video title. You should check this out if you want more actual... For God's sakes, I have it in, like, super big mode.
Comments about being super...
Fucking goddamn it. Okay, so I have the thing in... I've taken off the top... I've gone full screen is the problem, so it's throwing me off. But I recommend that video. I would check that out. Anyway, that's... that was a little bit of the slug thing. We'll get more into him in a little bit. Once again. And... let me see here. So the next thing on the docket here is oh boy, this is big. So this would be about the 2-hour voice call between Max, Muda, Nick DeOrio, and Spencer. And here you go. Mutahar and Nicholas Diorio's double nuke. On January 17th, YouTubers Mutahar, Some Ordinary Gamers, and Nicholas Diorio released videos about Max's history and clips from a 2-hour video call between Max, Muta, Nick, and Spencer. They discussed the extremely suspicious history of evidence Max has presented in his past videos on Predator investigations, and Max's claims about getting Pablo Sonny, an alleged pedophile covered in his IMVU, arrested. In his call with Nick and Muta, Max confessed to multiple things, so, you know, just I hope you have averted your eyes, because there's spoilers. I think I'll stop even Good, mute myself there, that's what we need. I'll stop even showing the document for now. Because that's fine. Nick the Oreo. Someone's turning Leviathan. I'll be careful with that. That's how my grandmother died. So, he confesses to multiple things here. And this looks like we got timestamps for all this stuff. So this is from the, again, Nicholas Diorio and Mutahar. They did this whole thing. This one's called Going Over the Shaky Evidence of the IMVU Casey Story, How Max Told People That Casey is Real and Alive, and that her attacker, Pablo Sonny, was arrested because of his video. So...
the video. But the one that stood out to me was Max's video on IMVU.
I find the agonizing...
So yeah, this is talking about how, like, I've heard so much stuff. Like, so many of his older... I think all of his videos actually are just fake. Like, I think that might be... Because we're gonna get into it, too, where he's like, oh, I didn't expect anybody would take that stuff seriously. What are you talking about? But, like, yeah, so it's the Cartoon Incorporated one, the IMVU one, the Shinrikyo one was also fucking full of shit. And he, like, made up his own little fucking Discord server to be the Shinrikyo Discord server or something. But yeah, I don't think this is his, this is probably not his, I will say DeviantArt for some reason. It's probably not his Reddit, but I do know that Mamamax's subreddit has, like, completely turned against him, which, you know, tends to happen, in scenarios like this. Yeah, so...
out to me was Max's video on IMVU.
I find the agonizing screams of hundreds of my children.
Oh dear God, the smashing of the computer. God, these videos make me so annoyed. It's just never enough. I can't believe people didn't see this sooner. Like, he's doing this whole smashing the computer. Oh, it's just so hard on me.
Hundreds of my children.
But my children, as I am their mama, my children send me these nice emails and give me words of support. Great.
For justice after their abuse on IMVU.
Yeah, he's breening that computer real bad. He's really breening the hell out of that computer. That's true. No more pedophiles! No more pedophiles! No more pedophiles!
You. And you will go through this alone. No more. We will help you.
If you don't know, IMVU is a 3D avatar social networking application. In this video, Max claimed a user named Casey was exploited by...
What the hell is this music? This sounds really familiar. This is from some kind of JRPG. This is like a Final Fantasy song.
Pablo Sonny. Yes, if you've been paying attention, Pablo Sonny is also coincidentally the only predator that Max was able to get arrested.
Yeah, keep that in mind. So Pablo Sonny is a key figure in this whole thing. His name sounds like a fake name. I mean, it sounds faker than Max Striker, which apparently is what he changed his name to legally. His name was, I don't believe, originally Max Striker, but he changed his name officially to Max Striker. And I just find it so funny that this man legally and officially changed his name to sound like he's a member of S.H.I.E.L.D. Or like a 90s Rob Liefeld comic. Something from a stupid comic book. Not even one of the smart ones. Not even like one of the good ones, but just like one of the real schlocky ones with boob windows, you know?
Claimed it was because of this video. The Reddit poster takes issue with a story of a victim named Casey, whose only friend on IMVU was Pablo. Max claims to have reversed image search
Pablo Sonny in Philadelphia.
Casey's Naruto profile pic to a YouTube channel. On this YouTube channel,
Wait, what?
His Naruto profile.
Max supposedly finds the YouTube account owned by the same person by image searching her PFP. Yeah, it's just a Naruto picture. What the fuck? How did people not pick up on this? This is so full of shit! Jesus Christ! And then, like, his fucking Shinrikyo video, I remember the one there, like, people apparently just didn't even notice that he had, he had, like, a button that would only be available on a Discord if you're, like, the creator or moderator of the Discord. And he just put that in the video, and somehow nobody picked up on it until now. I'm assuming somebody did, but they were just like, whatever, it's just whatever, that's a little weird. Anyways, you know, they want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but now that there's, like, some scrutiny, it's like, well, wait a minute, fucker. You really tracked this person down based on, like, Kakashi here? Do not tell me, do not at me with what character this actually is, I do not care. Okay, no, it's this character. It's not. I know it's not Kakashi, but it's sure. Really? And then the other one where like a pedophile apparently got his email address and just sent him an audio clip of a woman screaming or something. I don't know, man. I just like it's all very sussy. This is an account from 2017, though, so, I mean, it's not, it's not like he just made it for this investigation. He might have already had it. I don't know.
He miraculously got access to Casey's unlisted videos she posted. I don't think I have to tell you this, but that's really convenient.
His name is... Okay, do not use this QR code. Whatever it brings you to, it's going to give you head lice. I do not avow this QR code.
Convenient. And I'm going to tell you anyway. We are currently approaching Dream's Minecraft world record Ender Pearl luck on this Predator investigation. But don't worry, there's more. On her account, there was a video titled, "This is where you raped..."
Is the Naruto character Robert Paulson? Yeah. Did he also have bitch tits?
And killed me. That showcased a bloody white sheet in the woods. Maximum Platypus 69 correctly pointed out that the vast majority of Max's abuse...
Yeah, this is specifically talking about this is where you killed me. And basically it's heavily... I don't know if it's directly stated that she killed herself or something, but it's pretty heavily implied and meant to make you feel that way, I think, in the video. That's sort of how I took it. I saw clips from the video a few days ago, and I don't think he specifically says that, like, she killed herself or anything. But it is this, like, this is where you killed me.
Survivor audience interpreted this as Casey either being deceased or
I know he said she might have died, but is there evidence to suggest she's still alive?
Her own life following the unlisted video's release. Max would respond later in a Q&A, and it was really awkward.
Is there an update on Casey? Can you talk?
Whoa! We can't show Mamamax's Discord, or he's gonna sue us for defamation or something. I just find it really funny that he's gonna try to oh my god, he has a jacket bot. He has a bot on his Discord that's based on the character from fucking Hotline Miami. This is so sue me, mama. Yeah, sue us for defecation.
About how you got into the account or how you found it. That's
for anybody who doesn't know. Apparently Dumbsville is in this call right now. The call that's currently happening with Mamamax and this woman who's talking. It includes the YouTuber Dumbsville, or somebody who gave themselves that name on Discord anyway. But yeah, no, for anybody who doesn't know, the Mamamax aesthetic of, like, his weird, fucking edgy bullshit that he does, you know what I mean. Apparently it is all based on the game Hotline Miami, which I've also been informed he's completely misinterpreted the point of Hotline Miami and the character Jacket and everything. It's basically like a Breaking Bad, like, Walter White situation. where like stupid people just assume that character is cool. I like him. He's the hero. That's the like, and probably not though. You know, probably not. And probably maybe you weren't supposed to think you weren't supposed to agree with this character and sympathize with them and feel I don't know, but yeah, no, he does that a lot. So it's interesting that he has a bot on his thing that's based on that's based on Hotline Miami. Apparently Bane Fuzo in chat has some words about people misinterpreting Hotline Miami, and this is kind of spurred it on.
That's a bit much.
I can't talk too much about KC.
So somebody's asking him about the fate of this girl from the IMVU video, and he's trying to dodge it, I guess.
I don't know what I can and can't say. I will tell you that, yes, she's okay. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, thank God. I didn't even know that. Holy shit. That's something I wanted to actually jump in VC with you about at some point.
Yes. But
thank God.
I'm gonna stop talking about it. There's a lot I want to say about it, but I can't fucking talk about it.
Yeah, we'll respect her privacy too. We'll respect
yeah,
the
exactly.
secret.
Yeah, absolutely.
For now, thank you, Max, for that very relieving update.
So apparently, Casey is alive, but many of pointed out that aside from Max's spoken word testimony, if you will, there is no concrete proof that Casey ever existed. Like, at all. Like, at the time...
The only thing really to note is that the YouTube account says it's from 2017, so maybe he had a backup YouTube account, if that's the suggestion. Like, he just had, like, a side account, Mamamax Gaming or something, and he just... changed it to be Casey, something like that. I guess that's possible, or somebody that he knows might have just given him their account, something like that. But that would be maybe possible, but it also seems like it could be evidence in the direction of it being a real person, but then why is he so sketchy about it? And I guess the girl's underage, so maybe that's what it is. I think she said to be like 14 or something, so maybe that's what it is. But yeah, the whole thing is just, now there's scrutiny to be placed on everything he's ever done, basically. We'll move along from this. Go check out the Nicholas Diorio video. I'm sure we'll look at more clips of it in a moment here. Max confessed the videos, including the IMVU... Oh, well, yeah, Max confesses the videos, including the IMVU one, are fake and admits Sonny was never arrested. Yeah, so apparently all of that is bullshit. Apparently it was all bullshit. We're back on the Nicholas Diorio video here.
Enjoy. So recently, people have been saying that your investigations kind of skew the line between fact and fiction, because they're finding things that you've created as context for the video.
This is where it starts to get pretty interesting, because, yeah, skews the line of fact and fiction. You definitely, like, he's admitted in an earlier video on his channel, Mamamax did, that he I don't remember the wording, but he essentially said, in soft words, he said, like, well, yeah, I maybe spruce up the stories a little bit with things that are, fiction, but all of the important stuff is real. So that's what he said publicly about, not being able to be trusted in scenarios like this. But this is the private call here.
I think people are pointing to the Discord server that you were an admin of when you were showing it. The lawsuit that you changed the name or whatever. How much of what you do is kayfabe and how much of it is legitimately, like...
I like the use of the word... I like the use of the word kayfabe by him here, because, yeah, I think I said that recently, too, because obviously I'm the guy who invented being upset at Mamamax on the internet, and where is my golden statue? But, no, I said something about kayfabe, too. It was the apology video where I said, like, this is an apology video, but he hasn't broken the, the ongoing character persona that he's playing of, like, this beleaguered child abuse hunter who, just cares so much about the victims. It wasn't a mask-off moment of, like, alright, yeah, you got me, this is all just whatever. But it was like an attempt at an apology video while still maintaining the you know, again, the kayfabe, the fake presence of the character that you are playing, and that seems to be. I wonder if Max has issues distinguishing reality from fiction or something. The evidence that he's basically just a more established Sonic Sega gamer, like Origami Kingdom type, it just continues to pile up. But the difference is, instead of being obsessed with other people's media, he is still obsessed with other people's media in the form of a Hotline Miami, but he's mainly obsessed with his own media that he's creating. Which, to be fair, is very much higher production value than, you know, Tamatoa Gaming Da. But I'm just saying, psychologically, they remind me of each other. You know, those types of users remind me of Max in a way that you probably shouldn't be. That shouldn't remind me of that. That's bad. That's a bad thing for Max.
Much of it is legitimately, like, live. This is the investigation.
Yes, kayfabe is the wrestling term that just means, like, my fake persona of being a wrestler man, and Hulkamania gonna run wild on you or whatever, and then the real Hulk Hogan is just like an awful racist or something. But the fun fake version of Hulk Hogan, that's the kayfabe, you know.
Here it is.
So the investigations themselves are real, but obviously the films have fictional elements.
Films. I like the what? Because what? This guy really thinks he's making films. I mean, he really does. To the point where he uses music. I don't know if this is intentional, but keep in mind the guy whose music he used in that video with the Leviathans. It was like dubstep or whatever. I don't think it was dubstep, but it's like kind of industrial whatever. It's a person named Filmmaker. And like, he calls himself a filmmaker, and he calls himself a director, and oh man, you just make YouTube videos, and that's all you'll ever have done, and you won't even be able to do that anymore. You really should have. Something that really bothers me about Max, I forget which video it was, but he says, it was a clip of him on a podcast or a stream or something, and he says in as many words, he's like, yeah, YouTube is basically just a stepping stone for me to become a filmmaker. Like, I do this because I want to make films, and it's like, man, you don't even have an appreciation for fucking the platform you're on. You know, no wonder. It sort of reminds me, because I was saying, like, I could see him, I was saying last night in the Discord, like, I could see Max, once he recovers from all of this, trying to make after this has all happened, he's going to try to recover from this. There's the theory that he might pivot toward, like, political grifting, where it's like the
trans agenda,
something like that. But I don't know about that. But, I was just saying last night, like, I feel like it might become like because there's an element of this that reminds me of, like, Illuminati and James Somerton and all that. And it's not plagiarism, but it's just this kind of, like, I don't think he has any respect for the actual site that he's on and YouTube, and he thinks that the YouTuber, like, influencer people are all beneath him. He's willing to just call the entire, like, people that run the website pedophiles for his own gain, and yeah, he just wants to use this as an excuse to do better things for him. And, like, it's the same thing where, Illuminati, James Somerton, they don't really have much respect for, like, video essays as a format or YouTube videos, period. And they're just kind of using it as, like, stupid people watch these, I could probably crank these out, just steal some sources, and bada bing, bada boom. And like, it's very different, but it's that element of, like, you thought you could get away with doing this because you thought you were, like, so much better than you really are, and rose above your station, so to speak. But, yeah, no, anyways, Max is a filmmaker, and his YouTube films about child abuse are so great, I'm gonna put them right up on the fridge.
The films have fictional elements. there's multiple reasons. Like, for example, the admin thing on the Discord server, I had to recreate it.
Yeah.
Like, that was a recreation because I didn't have the originals. The IMVU thing, I wasn't... I don't know why people are saying like, it's a film. Like, I am presenting it as if it were...
I like the slow zoom in on Mutaharu's dog character here. This is good. This is a good video. Again, Nicholas Diorio's the full video here. We're probably going to be watching more clips from it as we go, but this is, you know, this is where the leaked call is, and there's a lot of info here. Just the confused zoom in on this little dog guy.
To be real, I am presenting it as if it were...
Yeah, let's hear this all again, though.
I wasn't... I don't know why people are saying like, it's a film. Like, I am presenting it as if it were to be real, but
the dog is
I didn't
Max?
think
Okay.
people would take it as that. Like,
But wait, you hunt files. You don't think that people...
I didn't think they would think my content is real. I forget who it was, because I've been watching a lot of videos about this. It might have been Omegon. Somebody was pointing out, like, you, like, made a whole hashtag campaign demonizing YouTube. You treated this in a very real fashion. You didn't treat this like it was just your fucking art. You treated this every step of the way like it was very, very real and serious and important. So literally, this is just such a complete fucking... I don't know if he's just telling himself this so that he can sleep at night, but no, everybody, you conned everybody. I mean, like, straight up, if that's what you're saying. Like, outside of the fact where he, like, fabricated evidence and stuff, people in chat were pointing that out too. Just like, you pretended this was incredibly important. And then you're just like, bro, I didn't think they think it was real. Like, what the fuck? Did you see those videos? They're so stupid and dumb and bad. Why would anybody take that seriously? Which, to be fair, Max, you are right. Your videos are terrible, so I don't know why anybody ever thought you were a real YouTuber. It's really funny, but...
I think your videos are real?
So that's the thing. So I want everyone, when you watch my video, to assume everything is fake, except, like, when I show a people's face and what they're doing. Like, 'cause...
Yeah, just... I think he even said that at some point before, too. I'm not sure, but... Everything in his videos is fake, except when he says that it's not. Just trust me, bro. Everything in his videos is fake, except for all of the parts that he claims are real and that you have to take him seriously or you're a pedophile and you support pedophiles. And go get him, my audience. Go attack him and hound him in his fucking live chat about answer Mamamax. Why are you afraid to respond to Mamamax? But it's not serious or anything. It's just a joke. It's just for laughs. It's just for fun. Wow, I hate this cunt. Jesus Christ.
Oh shit! Oh sorry. I know I said unimpeded. My bad.
What is this fucking QR code, dude? What are you trying to hawk on? You fucker? How dare you try to sell things not knowing that I would stream your video? That's great, though. Just have, like, a little free... I don't know if that's merch or what that's for, but just, like, a little... people might want to watch this on stream. Here's a little free promotion. Just go ahead, check it out. Yeah.
Won't happen again.
So I want everyone, when you watch my video, to assume everything is fake, except, like, when I show a pedo's face and what they're doing. Like, because obviously that's all real. And that...
Obviously. I mean, obviously. But what do you mean, though? So everything? So yeah, I mean, this is just exploitation of child abuse, then. I mean, that's what it is. Like, he's claiming, you know, I mean, even if you can believe that, and like, okay, so there's stuff about real pedos here, and maybe he's really doing an investigation or something, which I don't believe. You know, it's still just like you are exploiting this situation and dramatizing it. And that was already what it was, but it's just so slimy to hear you basically admit that. I mean, shit. Admit it, but also not really, like, admit it in a way that's taking responsibility or apologizing for doing that. You know, just like admitting it, like, yeah, what's the problem? Yeah, it's all bullshit, and I'm basically just exploiting the suffering of children. You know, that group that I supposedly care about. What's the problem with that, dude?
That's why we include, like, Mega Drive links to
Guys,
show,
it's a
like,
film!
This is the full evidence. This is all real. Everything else should be considered fake, whether it's real or not.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. Bane is, like, the idea of doing a half-fake, half-real video is so fucking stupid. I mean, it would be a weird idea. I mean, like, even... I don't know, because he says he's a filmmaker, so it's like, maybe it's sort of like a... You know, like a biographical film, that kind of thing. Like, maybe it's that. Where he's a filmmaker, so... He's, you know... It's like if you make a movie about the guy who invented peanut butter. And, you know, you gussy it up a little bit with some drama. He's a polygamist, maybe? And he's got, like, a woman locked in his basement, even. I don't know. You gussy it up a little. So maybe that's what he's saying, like, as, you know, Hollywood makes a movie about, like, Alan Turing, and they make it Benedict Cumberbatch, and they make it all dramatic and cool. He's basically saying that, like, that's kind of what I think he's getting at. It's a dramatization for the effect of it being a fictional film. But it's like, it's very different when you do that with Stephen Hawking or someone, you know, rather than, you know, one of the people who was the beneficiary of child abuse on the Epstein flight, as opposed to one of the people that was the victim of child abuse. You know, there's a difference. It all depends on context, you know?
Like, if I'm sending viruses to a
filmmaker,
whether that's fake or real, that's on purpose, because I don't want people to know if I'm actually sending viruses to pedos, because that's implicating myself.
Okay. So, I guess the next logical question from there is just asking, because now it's come up saying, like, well, you've never been to court. What have you done?
Don't mind the blowing. It's just, don't worry about it.
What's the most substantial outcome of a predator hunt that you've done? What is the final nail in the coffin? You're like, if you had to go tell somebody, oh, what do you do? What does Max Stryker do? What's your proudest moment?
So now this gets interesting, and I don't know if we're immediately going to get into it here and how it's going to be edited, but Max lied straight up about having put a guy in jail, or specifically he said that he was in police custody. And he just lied about that. And I think I think that's what we're getting into here.
Honestly, the hunting pedos isn't my proudest aspect. The thing I'm proud of is inspiring those who are CSA survivors to fight back.
So okay, fine. I'm not even gonna. It's semantics. It's basically two sides of the same coin, but he's just being all fucking pretentious about it. Fine.
That is my goal.
Have you ever gotten someone arrested?
Empowering children, yes.
If
lied IRL. Well, lied on a podcast. He was on a podcast. I think he was actually on Nicholas Diorio's podcast specifically. And he lied about this guy being in jail. But
then I don't know it.
You went on my podcast to tell me that you've got someone arrested, and it was because of your video. Just to be clear, would you like to re-answer that question?
I've been emailed stuff like, "Hey, you got this guy arrested. Congratulations."
You went on and you said this guy was arrested. It was because of me. It was because of my video, and you told me that 2 years ago.
It's kind of egotistical of me to say that it was my video that did.
Wait a minute, Max! No!
Yeah, I don't know that for sure.
But then you said recently that he fled to the Philippines. So was Sonny
Caught
ever
in
arrested?
4K.
Pablo Sonny? Did that ever even happen?
Yes, he did. All we know is that his last location we picked him up from was Mexico. Whether he fled to the Philippines or not, we don't know. We just know he has family there, and that's the most likely destination they would go to, just because.
But he was so he was arrested.
What I find interesting too is, like, I'm pretty sure with his other videos, from what I've seen of them, it looked like there was more real evidence against those people. Like, I mean, this Pablo Sunny guy, you know, any of the other, you know, pedo people that he's looked at, it looked like there was more actual evidence against some of them. I mean, like, they would have, you know, mug shots and shit, and it would be, like, chat logs. But then it's like, did he just make up all those chat logs? Is he just actually smearing these people? Who knows? Maybe they're just, like, a mechanic that gave Max a bad deal one time, so he decided to make him a fictional, real-life sex predator in one of his cool, fictional, real-life films about his fictional real life as a child abuse savior. Who's to say, really? But it looked like there was, I mean, from what I've seen of the other videos, it looked like there was like a marginally more actual proof of some of those people being criminals, as opposed to this Camden guy where there's just nothing. Where there's just nothing. There's I mean, there's like basically, there's like maybe a couple screen caps, but it's so disjointed and makes no sense. So it's just funny that we're now getting proof that like, you know, the one guy he apparently put in jail never happened, and you know, nobody knows where he is, and who knows if he's even real and that sort of thing. But now you have just this current situation where this Camden guy, God, I really hope somebody can, like, I don't know, get in touch with him and like, hey man, do you want us to start a GoFundMe so you can sue this dude? Like, really sue him hard, sue him big time for like the biggest defamation case in the world? You want to maybe do that? I mean, maybe we can you imagine? Can you imagine the reverse of this, where it's somebody gathering together all of the various people that have been slandered as pedophiles by Max, and it's like, you can't hurt me anymore. Episode 1, Tommy C. You know, and it's the same thing, but instead of Camden, it's Max, and he's this horrible guy that slandered all these people on the internet.
That was
allegedly.
Pablo Sunny? I don't think so.
Oh, don't even get into the phony Mamamax lawyer. Don't even get into that yet. We're gonna get to him fighting for survivors. It's gonna happen.
I think he got away.
Dude, what the
Yeah, if he was arrested, I have no idea.
Why did you tell me he was arrested? You said Pablo Sunny was arrested and my video did it. Why did you lie to me on my show?
Did I?
Do you have a clip of that?
Yes. It's in something I've been...
You know what's funny about this, too? It's just kind of tangentially related, but this is all... The Mutahar is involved in this, too. And I remember watching Nicholas DeOrio stream with Mutahar, and there was the Magnetar guy who made the call-out video about Max, who Max then said was a pedophile, based on almost no evidence, and the evidence that there was like, my sister said that, or something like that. You know, some similar to all of this scenario, just like, somebody I knew in high school, and we still have drama for some reason, even though we're adults. And also my sister and Spencer are involved, because they're also from my high school. This whole thing is like, if the cast of Riverdale grew up 10 years and they're just still doing the same shit, basically. That's what Mamamax's life is. But he had Mutahar on, and the Magnetar fellow showed up in the chat and was like, hey, Mutahar, why did you call me a pedophile? And Mutahar was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, I didn't know, you know, whatever. And so Nick finds the clip of, you know, Max or Mutahar talking on a podcast where he kind of vaguely says something. The point of it is that, like, there was a different situation, there was a different stream in this whole situation where it was like, hey, can you pull up this clip real quick to prove my innocence? And the result of the Mutahar one was him going like, no, I didn't call you a pedophile. I'm sorry if you're upset, but it is what it is. I didn't call you that. So don't smear me for saying that you're a pedophile or something. And meanwhile, what's gonna happen here? Max is like, do you have a clip of me lying to you? Hang on, bring up that clip real quick.
Currently editing.
Yeah, send it to me.
Okay, give me 2 seconds.
This is just like a complete shadow of the same call that happened with Muda like a couple weeks ago, where he's like, yeah, bring up the clip. Yeah, we gotta watch the clip. Yeah, Magnetar's here. We gotta see the clip.
I think there's even a video on YouTube. Actually, can you just jump in the screen share? I'll just pull it over. Because somebody archived it.
I guess I can hear stuff, but I can't see anything.
Perfect. That's all you need, because the visual is a drawing.
What are you fucking hawking with your... Fuck off!
This is the 2
fucking QR code.
Clips, contrasting clips of Pablo Sonny. What is your primary goal? Is that then? There's no... What's your other...
Well, I guess the question is like the Nick's getting at is like, okay, so you want to enact this change. What do you hope is the eventual result of your video?
Okay.
Of all of this.
So I know there's people out there saying I'm doing it to self-serve. I just want my video back up. I don't give a shit if my video comes back up. It did.
Is he doing the fucking voice changer on this podcast too? Jesus Christ.
What it needed to do. The rapist that was in the video is currently in police custody. And
was that as a result of your video, or was that prior to the video?
Yes, it was because of the video.
Right.
The video was about IMVU and this one predator. I made it about him and him alone.
IMVU is a game, right? You played the game.
So in other words, the whole thing with the IMVU thing. So the stuff surrounding this, so things that we're supposed to recognize are fake now. Max saying that the predator went to jail because of his video. Everything involving Casey and the survivor and anything else involved in that video. Basically, the only thing you're supposed to take seriously there, by Max's admission here, is like, okay, so I lied about what happened to him and about most of the stuff surrounding, you know, what actually happened with him, but the video's totally real. I mean, the film is all fiction except for the parts where I say that he's a pedophile, but then also he didn't go to jail, so, you know, it sounds like that's probably all fake too, actually. It sounds like the whole entire video is just full of shit. Wow. This is like the worst game of Minesweeper ever. Find a tile, for any tile where Max didn't lie. Any part of this fucking video that's not full of fucking bullshit. It's just mines, every fucking space is a mine.
Game, and you expose this guy.
Yes.
Philip.
Do you mind walking me through the chain of events that led from your video to him being...
QR codes are more leaks of the call. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Like other videos, I guess, or just like re-uploads of it, I guess, because he'll probably try to take some of this shit down. I mean, yeah, I mean, he's got like nothing left to lose, so he might as well become like, you know, everybody already hates him, so I guess he might as well go full Onision and try to like silence his critics. Like, I guess that's probably the next step for him. He's already kind of toyed with doing that so far. So, you know, I'll probably be the one he does it to as well, because he hates the disabled. And because my channel's smaller and he can probably, you know, he thinks he could get away with that. But also, mainly, he hates the disabled.
Present.
Yeah, so I dropped the video. The end of the video is a call to action. Usually all my videos are a call to action, like, find him. And we did.
So in this case, find him meant like you didn't know who he was. You wanted his doc so he could go to jail.
All we had was his face and his voice.
Right.
And out of that, I said find him, and then within 24 hours, we found him. And then I started social engineering all of his friends to give me his information, and they did.
So I can't believe, too, that it's like, yeah, his whole career has really just been him, like, trying to swarm people based on no evidence. That's crazy. Oh, somebody made a video about Jonathan Ross from 3 months ago. I'll have to watch that. I wonder if there's updates with Ross. That'd be great. So that's that. That's that clip, and I'm sure we'll continue with more from this same video here. The next point here. Spencer says she went to Max because she thought his predator hunting videos were real. This is unlisted. Oh, this is an unlisted. This must be one of the QR codes then. This is an unlisted one from Nicholas Diorio. Whyme.exe. Play the video.
With everything else that I've seen from other, I guess, pedo hunters, the way Max was going about it in the videos that I had seen at the time, it just... He was putting himself out there and literally catfishing predators. And trying to get that
What the fuck? We got 50 gift memberships from Alpha Lesbian. All you other lesbians better know that this is the Alpha Lesbian. You know, I like the term lesbian as just like, you know, like, hey guys, like you start like I start a stream and I just go, what's up, lesbians? I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but I don't think I care. I think I'm going to do that at some point. What's up, my fellow pansexuals? I am not one. Yeah, but thank you very much. Thank you. I hope everybody enjoys their... Let's get some custom channel emote spam. Get some Smurf babies. Get some this user. Get some fucking... Get some of them in chat. Thank you very much once again to the Alpha Lesbian.
Evidence. And I was like, I mean, if he can do all this, maybe we could find a way into the cult one day and get all the evidence and implicate the shit out of Camden.
What part about Max's investigations really drew you in?
Just his persistence on it and not giving up on it. Like, it didn't matter what anyone else had to say, he doubled down. And that's how I feel.
It didn't matter how much criticism he got, he just would not admit that he was wrong. It was a really attractive quality, and you can see why I now live with him. That's fun. I don't know, that's just funny. He just never... People kept telling him to stop calling them pedophiles. You know, that's a great portmanteau, though. Like, they're both pedophiles and predators, you know, which most are. I mean, you know, but I think I think that's the new way. Instead of saying, like, PDF files, you just call them pedophiles. You know, it sounds like a transformer. But yeah, no, they kept telling him to not call them pedophiles, and he just kept calling them that, and it really was, you know, it convinced me that he was the one for me. This was the story. He needed to tell the story. Also, the fact that I've known him since high school is also part of that. Yeah, let's not forget once again, as we're hearing from this woman about why she chose Max to tell the story. First of all, she chose him, and then they waited 3 years, and then they told the story, and then they got on Charlie's ass about being, like, sick with COVID. You know, and not being around for a week.
But don't worry, I can absolutely cancel you, Charlie.
We're gonna get into that soon. But yeah, no, they sat on it for a while. But I think the main reason there is they've known each other for a long time. So, yeah, very questionable stuff. Very questionable stuff.
With the few people that are still in support of Max in this situation now, I feel that they felt the same way that I did.
Yeah, no, exactly. She waited 5 years to tell Max, then they waited 3 years, and now it's very time sensitive. There's already hundreds of victims because we waited so long. There could be thousands if you don't get on this soon, Charlie. Do you really want to be responsible for all the victims, Charlie? How dare you? Right. So, I mean, she's saying whatever she's saying about why she's with Max. We know why she's with Max. I mean, like, they've admitted. It's just funny how so much of this is just shit that Max has, like, openly admitted because he's an idiot. Just shit that he's, like, openly been like, yeah, me and Spencer, who now lives with me, is she is operating the money in this case. She's also somebody I've known since high school, along with Magnetar and my sister apparently. And you know, it's like this is just an episode of fucking Melrose Place. Let's see. Max admits he has not walked through all the evidence provided by Camden's accusers, other than Spencer, and doesn't have all the context. Muda and Nick. So I'm gonna go through this a little bit fast because there's a lot of this is just the leaked call with Nicholas Diorio. You can watch that in full if you'd like, but the bullet points here, yeah. Max barely looked at the evidence, apparently, other than Spencer's, who's, the most important victim. Chief operating victim. Muda and Nick tell Max off for using Muda's name to prop up the story. Max yells at Nick for only platforming counter-narratives after Nick spent hours going everything Max has presented. Max accuses Nick of being a cult leader. Oh boy. This one's cult.exe. Oh man, I love that I gotta say, I love the fact that this fellow made this whole thing like a fucking weird ARG in the Mamamax tradition. That's great. I was saying like, oh fuck these stupid QR codes because I thought it was like him plugging merch or something, but no, this is fantastic. This is exactly what this should be. Get people in here with a stupid Mamamax ARG and get them to check out your QR codes to your unlisted .exe spooky videos. That's so great. I love that for you. That really fits.
While we're talking about this, and Mudahar is coming up and stuff like that, and you're saying that it was unfortunate to see what Muda would say about you on a live stream, why was Max telling everybody that Muda saw the evidence and using the clout capital that comes with that to try to get people to believe it? Like, Muda's seen it must be good.
That there is evidence there, even if it's unsubstantiated at the moment and he doesn't know the context. Like I said, he could have gone in there.
Well, Muda has to come out and clarify that it's not actionable because now it's attached to his name. People are looking at it as this is Muda approved.
Publicly saying he's seen some of what we are showing.
When you make me sign an NDA that's with the victims, and then you used me as clout capital to
the fucking NDA, dude. It's just so... It's so similar to the people that, like, he really thinks he's a professional. He has these, like, delusions of grandeur. And I don't want to say it's because he's autistic, because he is. And he's said that himself. I don't want to say it's that, but there is a similarity with people like... I don't know why the blue puffball came to mind, but him, like, pretending that he had this, like, whole Nintendo Direct thing that he fully edited to look like a Nintendo Direct, but it was just for his stupid little, like, 500 subscriber channel about trains and how he's gonna segregate the Republican train lovers away from the evil liberals. Like, just taking it way too seriously, thinking you're way more professional than you are, and this whole NDA thing about a Discord server, and, like, and then, of course, the very legitimate legal threat from Max's completely real lawyer, which, as we know, I mean, unrelated to his completely real lawyer, as we know, ChatGPT understands the legal system. That's all I'm going to say about that, but...
that I've seen the evidence, therefore it must be substantiated. I have to step in and say, I'm not making that claim. I saw the evidence, yes.
What is
it evidence that's...
What is that?
It's what you're asking for when you're asking for Anthony Fantano and you're asking for Joe Rogan. Nobody asks for Joe Rogan for altruistic reasons. You want other people to
Nobody asks for Joe Rogan if they want to change the world. You wanted Joe Rogan to shill your iron supplements, Mamamax. Don't lie.
That you're doing a good job, so that nobody questions what you're actually doing.
That is not what I want.
Well, what do you want? Because they can't show evidence, so what could you possibly get from them other than...
How many times do I have to tell you? You can show evidence. You have to get approval from the survivors.
Where was your approval? Because that should have been your... Then clearly you...
Wait, what?
I want.
Well, what do you want? Asking for when you're asking for Anthony Fantano and you're asking for Joe Rogan. Nobody asks for Joe Rogan for altruistic reasons.
Nobody asks for Joe Rogan.
You want other people to say that you're doing a good job so that nobody questions what you're actually doing.
That is not what I want.
Well, what do you want? Because they can't show evidence, so what could you possibly get from them?
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. You're supposed to get, like, an NDA, so you're not allowed to even, like, talk about the fucking evidence. So yeah, no, it literally is just clout points. That's a really good point. Like, yeah, what was he... I mean, I guess he wanted, like, Mr. Beast or whoever to retweet his video. Sure. Re-exit, sorry. Gotta get the terminology right. Maybe that was it. But then... But then, like, what more are they really gonna do? What's Mutahar supposed to... He can't really make a video about this because you've made him sign a fucking NDA about Discord statements. Your Honor, if you look toward the DMs, Flatulence King 69 just said that this is entirely unconstitutional, and I rest my case. Order in the court! Order in the court!
How many times do I have to tell you? You can show evidence. You have to get approval from the survivors.
Where was your approval? Because that should have been your... Then clearly...
You have to get approval from the survivors. I don't understand. I don't understand. Approval from the survivors? I thought you wanted people to talk about this. Why did this... Oh, okay.
You haven't been speaking to your own survivors, because I guess you didn't have any fucking approval to put it in any of the 3 videos that you released. But on the 4th video, I'm sure all that evidence...
Yeah, all 500 of the survivors, all 700, and, you know, once you get all 800 of the survivors' testimony, all 900 of those survivors are really gonna... You're gonna hear some serious words once we get all 999 of those. It's only hundreds. It's not thousands yet. So we've reached the upper limit, unfortunately. But you know, there's gonna be so many survivors. You've never seen so many survivors in your life.
Would have been there.
I have gotten approval from every single one of them for everything I've shown. And for everything
so for all of the nothing that you've shown, you've gotten everyone's approval.
I've been getting their approval.
I thought the NDA was because showing the evidence would cause it to be inadmissible in court. We had this discussion on your public stream.
There's multiple reasons why we have the NDA. The most important is to protect...
The reasons for the NDA are threefold.
Survivors and their evidence. If they want it shown, then you are allowed to show it. If they don't want it shown, then you are not allowed to show it. That is so sketchy, though. So not only is the only proof of any of this not proof, it's just testimony. But if somebody were to see the fucking thing and be like, yeah, this statement here kind of conflicts with this here, and wait a second, the dates on these don't line up, and all of a sudden you're not allowed to say anything because of the NDA. That's basically what I'm taking. So if it's something positive, as long as it's the right kind of reaction, the survivors will let you say it, I guess. But if it's anything potentially that might be like, wait a second, then all of a sudden Anthony Fantano has left the server. I guess that's what he's getting at. It's that simple.
Well, evidently I've done more than any other influencer, and I've spent 2 hours of my life in this call. And I've tried to get to the bottom of this. I've tried to get into it, and as combative as this call has been, I haven't shifted myself closer to anyone's side because there's just nothing compelling that's been thrown in this direction. It's all a testimony, and it's all there. And yes, I personally do believe that there has been some malfeasance. Is there proper evidence of a cult that I've seen? No. Is there proper evidence of people being actual pedophiles in this? Haven't seen a full confirmation of that yet. And there are a lot of issues beyond just everything that we've discussed that has now been circulating because of your mishandling of this case on your subreddit throughout the internet that is bringing more doubts into this entire situation. So no, this is not on me. This is not on anybody. This is entirely on you. And I've done my part.
That's really childish to say it's only on me.
No,
it's entirely on you, bro. Oh, he's telling us what's childish now.
It's childish to lead 8 women to slaughter because your ego is too big.
Responsibility for their actions. Nicholas, we asked you to platform us after you
It's so childish of you, Muda, to expect evidence, and it's so childish of you, Muda. Don't you know it's current year? For those that missed it, by the way, in his apology video, Mamamax legitimately states that, he says something like, nowadays you need to have evidence, we can't just believe the victims. And everybody pointed out that, you have, 20 fucking women accusing you of various shit. So it would probably be bad for us, for you as a society, for you and us as a society, but specifically you in this scenario. It'd probably be real bad for you if we could just believe all victims all the time with no evidence and just put people in jail, because you would probably be locked up without the fucking key, like thrown away right in the fucking throw the key right down into the sewer with the alligators. You know, if we lived in that society. But you shouldn't be, probably. You should maybe be in jail for other reasons, but you shouldn't be in jail for that, you know, without any real evidence. And neither should this guy, and you shouldn't be able to, well, I mean, I guess free speech, you know, there's like I think free speech does end where, like, you know, yeah, libel and slander and defamation kind of begins. That's sort of, you know, at a certain point that does become a factor. So I don't know about all that, but like, I'm just saying, like, you should probably not want to live in that world. You should probably understand why Muda needs some more evidence. Why Muda couldn't just make a video about all this, because you know, because that would be unfortunate.
Formed counter narratives, and you
women to slaughter because your ego is too big.
Responsibility for their actions. Nicholas, we asked you to platform us after you platformed counter narratives, and you refused.
Max, I run a show called Rape Review. Okay.
As a sex offender, I'm quite surprised by this.
Yeah, no, I don't know if Rape Review, you know, I don't know if Deadwing Dork's Retard Review would go much better either. I think maybe that's not the right fit necessarily for this scenario. I wonder what he would rate this rape, though. I mean, like, it sounds like there's a lot of them, so is it like a quality versus quantity thing? Now I gotta know about the Rape Review. I mean, damn.
Okay, you don't want your 8 victims on Rape Review. They don't belong on fucking Rape Review.
This rape is not good. Oh, yeah. That's, yeah.
Okay, I'm an entertainer who says
grading
stupid shit
scale.
online. I absolutely cannot platform people in a situation like this. It's out of the realm of possibility for anything that I should be doing.
Except counter narrative.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was the 3 videos of yours that I watched not your narrative? Was that Cameron's narrative?
Yeah, I don't understand what he means by counter narratives. Like, it's such a fucking weird. It's like it's one of those words that people come up with just to kind of like. It's like legal jargon or something. It's like this kind of tap dancing through the fucking semantics of like counter narratives. So what? Just anybody that's like disagreeing with you, that's platforming a counter narrative. Well, maybe your narrative was fucking shit because you're a bad filmmaker, cunt.
Too? Has he infiltrated your cult?
What are you talking about?
I watched your fucking videos, Max, for 4.5 hours. How is that a counter narrative?
You platformed counter narratives, but you were not willing to platform the survivors.
What does that mean? You can't just say it again, cunt!
That is called milieu control. That is called milieu control.
No, that is called knowing my limitations and knowing what is appropriate. Clearly something that you are...
Wait, is he trying to bring up the fucking bite model again? Okay, guess what, everybody? Class is back in session, so if you missed it the one time we did this, he is now trying to bring up, I believe, the bite model. He's talking about one of the 8 criteria, and this is like if you fit into some of these, then you're probably some kind of cult. And, you know, I don't know if it's exactly this, but we did this at one point. We looked at this on stream because, frankly, it's pretty similar. There's some overlap is all I'm saying. There's some overlap. Where's the picture? Here you go. Oh, good. It's in tiny text. That's awesome. That's so great. I love that for me. No, don't save the don't save. Just open the image. Okay, but okay. This is great. Because the problem is that it's okay. It's a PDF? What the fuck is it doing as a PDF? Fuck this! Oh, I found this on Reddit. This is so cunty. Here it is. Okay. Fucking hell. Okay. Copy image link. Alright, we do that. We fucking go up here. Bing bang boom. Bing bang boozle. It's Dr. Stephen Hassan's bite model. So, behavior. Control of physical environment. Well, he has Spencer living in his house, and he needs to control the specific narrative that's being said. It's not physical, but it is very controlling, and I think him having her in the house, that's interesting. Rigid rules. There you go. You have to platform me specifically the way I want you to. I need to be lit in this way, and you have to edit it this way, and only then will you be supporting the victims. Rewards and punishments. I mean, he definitely punishes people with you know, exposed videos and shit. Dependence and obedience. Again, she's financially dependent on him, and definitely agrees with every word he says, so obedience maybe. Deception, yes. Propaganda, yes. Discourages access to outside sources of info, yes. Do not watch the other streams, they're counter-narratives. Listen and believe. Insider/outsider doctrine, yes. All versus nothing, good, evil, us, them dogma, yes. Yes, 1,000 times yes. Encourages only good and proper thoughts, kind of, maybe not that one. Thought-stopping techniques, a little bit. I mean, it's like, stop thinking, it's pedophiles. Don't think about it too hard. It's pedophiles. You know, I don't know about that one. Feeling chosen or special. Well, remember, Spencer is chief victim. She is the supreme victim in charge. HVIC. She is the HVIC. So, I mean, maybe a little bit. Guilt manipulation, absolutely. Emotion blocking techniques. I don't know about that one. Phobia indoctrination. I'm not even sure what that necessarily means. Some problematic shit, probably. Those fucking chuds. But, yeah, definitely hitting up at least, I think that was at least 8, right? Like, at least close to that. It's close. It's a lot closer than this dude and his fucking... Okay, but yeah, no, Nicholas Diorio is the cult leader here. That's interesting.
You platformed counter narratives, but you were not willing to platform the survivors. That is called milieu control. That is called milieu control.
No, that is called knowing my limitations and knowing what is appropriate. Clearly something that you are unable to figure out for yourself.
It is one of 8 criteria to be defined as a cult, as laid out by Robert J. Lifton.
Oh, it's a different one. Okay, hang on. Maybe he's using a specific different thing. Robert J. Lifton, cults. Let me see here. Thought reform. I mean, I don't think... Okay, 8 criteria. Okay, so milieu control. All right, we got the whole thing here. It's from 2003. We're eating good. This is like I set up my Windows XP virtual machine, by the way. It's running like a dream. It's so great. It's in VMware. It's so great. I even have the internet working. I just can't get my Xbox One controller to connect because old computer. But you know, I'm gonna get like a PS2 controller converter or something. Anyways, milieu control. This fucking GeoCities ass website. Control of communication within the group environment, resulting in a significant degree of isolation from the surrounding society. Includes other techniques to restrict members' contact with the outside world and to be able to make critical, rational judgment. Okay, that's not at all what Nicholas Diorio... What the fuck are you talking about? He literally watched your videos on stream for hours. He showed what you were saying. Like, probably mainly in your own words with some commentary from him. Maybe it, like, skews people's perception of it a little. But it's still your video that he's showing. It's not discouraging anything. Mystical manipulation. We got more to this here too, but I don't know. Mystical manipulation. The claim of divine authority or spiritual advancement that allows the leader to reinterpret events as he or she wishes, or make prophecies or pronouncements at will. I don't think Max fits into that one. But that certainly does seem to line up with what's his name,
Camden Gerard Davis.
Demand for purity. The world is viewed as black and white, and the group members are constantly exhorted to strive for perfection. Consequently, guilt and shame are common and powerful control devices. So yeah, guilting people if you don't support me. You literally had a hashtag called "Pick a Side, YouTube or Pedophiles" or something. Like you had a whole, you're guilty. You definitely guilted people and did this whole purity thing with us or against us. I can't believe he's trying to bring this fucking shit up like it's not implicating him super hardcore. The cult of confession, serious and often not so serious sins, as defined by the group, are to be confessed either privately or personal, or to a personal monitor or publicly to the group at large. I don't know about that one. This one does seem to be less like it would fit Max so far. What has it been, like 2 that it kind of fit? Well, that is half. So far, half of this list has seemed like a Max thing, actually. So, the sacred science, the doctrine of the group is considered the ultimate truth beyond all questioning or dispute. A little bit. The leader of the group is likewise above criticism as the spokesperson for God on Earth. Lifton. The totalist milieu contains an aura of sacredness around its basic dogma, holding it out as an ultimate moral vision for the ordering of human existence. So, I mean, that sounds... It's a bit of a stretch, but that's basically what's happening. It's just a different type of dogma. It's literally this whole God cult thing, and he claims that it's all just some kind of joke, but nobody can tell what's fact and fiction with you, so that's a problem. And also, you're acting like a cult leader, so the fact that he claims, like, oh, it's just satire, we're satirizing the way cults do things. It's like, what cult, other than the unicorn bitch, is actually making videos like that? I don't think anybody's making videos like that. So yeah, I think it's fair to look at the God cult thing as being sort of, it's just another sign. In addition to all of the behavior that's, hitting up all these fucking spots on the bingo. Loading the language. Oh, I think this one. The group develops a jargon in many ways unique to itself, often not understandable to outsiders. The jargon consists of numerous words and phrases which the members... Oh, this is just being LGBTQ. Okay. The legibitiqua. Okay. Doctrine over person. The personal experiences of the group members are subordinated to the truth held by the group. Apparently, contrary experiences must be denied or reinterpreted to fit the doctrine of the group. The doctrine is always more important than the individual. I don't know. He does seem to be kind of trying to honor the wishes of the survivors and stuff, but also not at times kind of steamrolling over them, like people saying, don't release this video, this will be bad for us, and then he just does it. I think he has like that video that everybody told him not to make is like on his Patreon, I think. And then dispensing of existence. The group arrogates to itself the prerogative to... Oh man, this is like reading from Ben Shapiro. The prerogative to decide who has the right to exist and who does not, usually held non-literally. This means that those outside the group are unspiritual, worldly, satanic, unconscious, or whatever, and that they must be converted to the ideas of the group or they will be lost. I mean, again, I hate to go to the God cult thing because it seems like that was meant to be a bit of a satire, but that is seemingly what's going on here. I would believe that more as just a satire of cult videos or something. If it wasn't for the fact that he's still acting this way. He's still acting like a weird cult leader. And so, yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff on this list that he talks about, he brings this up. Robert J. Lifton's fucking criteria. He brought this up, not me. This is a different criteria, and both of the criteria that we've looked at for being a cult is he's hitting up a lot of the spaces. And I don't know if he knows that, but that's really fascinating to me that he's trying to bring up the cult thing. I already looked at the fucking bite model like 5 streams ago when we were talking about him.
Okay, that is milieu control.
Mama Manson, everybody. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Am I being fucking punked? Is there a camera somewhere in the room? Is this a fucking joke to you?
It seems like it's more of a joke to you.
This is reminding me of I just watched the it's an older video at this point, but it was Sargon of Akkad responding, or it was comment etiquette Eric responding to Sargon of Akkad responding to him, because I guess Eric made a video about like the woke Lord of the Rings, and I don't know, maybe he was like calling people racist or something, but the Sargon video was just him babbling for hours in this like weird way, and at some point he's just like,
I'm taking this very seriously, Eric. I know you will just make some silly little comment.
Max is now reminding me of Sargon of Akkad. You never want to go full Sargon, Max. How does it only get worse for you?
Because I'm the one doing all the fucking crossing the T's, but...
Yeah, Muda's the one taking care of it. So let me see here. The next thing here in this leaked call, let's see. Max wonders why it's his job to present the story he brought forward while Spencer yells at Muda and Nick. The clicking sounds in the background might be Max messing around with a gun. Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord. This is from the Mudahar video from a couple days ago.
With that said, though, this video is getting on long enough, so I want to kind of touch upon one more clip that I'm still actually trying to process.
Well, I'm asking why you did not.
Yeah, I remember this part. Okay, so that sounds like a gun.
Did not directly contact me, but contact us only.
Why are you loading a fucking? Dear God. Reminder that Max, like, apparently sent some woman a video of him cutting himself or something because he hated her boyfriend and thought that he was bad for her because Max used to be an incel. Just somebody theorized that he might do that with Charlie or Muda now. And just send him like a fucking suicide bait video or something. And now he's like loading a fucking gun. Jesus Christ.
Let's see, I contacted you November 27th. Max, I've seen your latest video. I've caught up with this whole situation. I have texted you.
Used to be. I know.
What it felt like seeing him on streams.
You went on with Tommy and Lyrics and are sitting there talking to them when you...
Okay, so people are suggesting it might not be a gun. It might be, what is this here? Nick went on Lyric's stream and said the sound was Muda's mic picking up the sound because he didn't hear it on his side. Okay. Alright. Well, okay then. I guess it's not a gun. It may not be a gun. Somebody else also says he's legally prohibited from owning a gun in Texas and the USA in general. Well, for some reason that's worse than having that. I think that's worse than it being a gun. I don't know what, Who gave him a blicky?
Literally haven't spoken to the other survivors.
Hold on, can you put Max on for a second?
I'm right here.
That was snaky as fuck, dude. Oh, I'm coming after you, Mudahar.
So what's happening here?
With Tommy and Lyrics and are sitting there talking to them when you literally haven't spoken to the other survivors.
Hold on, can you put Max on for a second?
I'm right here.
That was snaky as fuck, dude. Oh, I'm coming after you, Mudahar. Stand back. Spencer, can you tell him what you felt? You are literally just a little
because
snake hiding behind her, dude.
Yeah, so I mean, like the thing that I'm learning, I said this earlier. It seems as though the survivors that are arranged to take this guy down are not all on the same page. People have been suggesting, I may have even suggested it, at some point, but people have been suggesting that the whole thing, all the way down, everybody involved is like just trying to get money. One of them was on this guy Slug's stream, Max's editor, and she said she didn't care about money. Now that might just be her saying that, now that the chips have fallen where they may and all that. But she said that she didn't care about the money. And there's other people in the Discord screenshots that are saying things like, please, no, like, when, spoilers, when Max decided to sue Mudahar, there were people immediately that were like, can we not do this? And so it doesn't seem like everybody is this. I mean, like, at the very least, what it seems like is it's him and Spencer really want money and attention. And it seems like I'm actually getting a weirder feeling as I'm looking at more of this, where it's like, are these Survivor people, other than Spencer, are they even, like, maybe they do have something really serious to say, because why are they even involved with this fucking dog and pony show, this fucking circus? Why are they even involved with this if they, you know, like, people, they're not all coordinated. This isn't like they're all speaking through Max's mouth. No, it's just Max and Spencer speaking through the same mouth. It's just them together, and then these other people seem to be, I mean, maybe more justified, it seems to me, and maybe, like, they seem to be getting taken for a ride as much as the general public is right now. Like, I think they're as confused as we are, the other survivors of this Camden guy, alleged survivors, but, like, yeah, I think they're as confused as we are.
Can you listen to me? Can you listen to me? It was so fucking heartbreaking hearing Muta sit there and say that, oh, if this is fake, then I'll gladly put money towards Camden's defamation trial.
Yeah, if it is fake.
I thought you said it's fine with saying...
That was not fucked up. You are saying a guy is a pedophile, and I can't believe this is where, like, I'm so happy that this guy has been held accountable, so that, as they say. Like, look at the dislike ratio on this. It's non-existent. Everybody has turned against him. Nobody is on Max's side at this point. And it's very good to see that. I mean, like, it's like a white pill. It's a real white pill. Or would it be a blue pill? No, the blue pill's bad. The white pill is like a good dose of information, I think. It's a real white pill. Where it's like, I almost want to be like, I can't believe this is where we are in society. That we've got people just like, how dare you say that we can't call him a pedophile without proof? That's ridiculous. What happened to believe? And it's like, yeah, no, we definitely shouldn't be in that world. And apparently everybody agrees, which is very good to see. Like, everybody's on board that this is kind of fucked up. It's a real white pill. Everybody pat yourselves on the back real quick for not living in idiocracy quite as much as Max does. It's a wonderful thing. Hey, bada boom, bada bing.
It's real.
There's no like other side to the story.
Shout outs to the people that have joined. There's apparently 1.7k people here now. Welcome. By the way, if the stream goes down again, you'll have to rejoin because my internet's being weird. So it might happen, but it might not happen. But shout outs to the people. Once again, Alpha Lesbian with the 50 gift memberships. Shout outs to the people who got here late and missed the opportunity to get those 50 gift memberships. Shout outs also to the people who didn't get them even though they were here. Like, that's just really piss poor luck. It's such a sadness. But also shout outs to all the new members, by the way. Yes.
How do you feel? How do you think that it makes myself and the other survivors feel when you're saying that? It is okay to think that, but you're going publicly.
It's okay to think that Camden Gerard Davis is a pedophile, but you're going publicly and saying it without any proof. How do you think that makes the 53,000 people feel, you know?
And saying that to everybody else when you haven't spoken to the others. I'm just trying to understand, why would you do that without talking?
Yeah, I gotta say, I've heard people say that Tommy C guy is, like, not good and people don't like him. I don't know much about him. But when I watched the FPS Diesel video that talked about Max's whole history, and it came to the part where Tommy C was just like, you know what, fuck you, you're a pedophile, eat shit, fuck you! And that was great. That was a fantastic clip. That really, I don't know what to think about the Tommy C fellow, who apparently called it from the fucking get-go. that this whole thing was a little bit. He was the original prophet, apparently, about Mamamax. He was like the only guy that was saying Mamamax was a little bit sussy Max. And then Max, of course, turned on him, and all of his fans turned on him. And he was just like, "You're a fucking pedophile! You look like a fucking sex predator! Fuck you!" And it was great. That was just a fantastic moment. And yeah, I don't know much about the guy, but that was. You gotta give this time. I don't know about him. You gotta give him the fucking dub for this situation. From everything I've seen, the Tommy C, he was on fucking point for all this. I don't know.
I've spoken with Max. Max is your representative. Max is supposed to be the one bringing the story across to everyone. And yes, if in the case that everything is actually, why is it your job? Because you're the one who's like spearheading this. You're the one spearheading it. What do you mean?
What do you mean? You know, I have to show, once this clip is over, I have to jump to the end of the Mutahar video too, because like the end of this video, if you haven't seen it, is so it's really something. He says something, and I mentioned it on stream. I'm not gonna spoil it. Nobody spoil it. But it's a really heavy hitting fucking ending. It's very simple and effective, which is something that Max could really take notes from. Simple and effective, you know, as opposed to overwrought and bullshit.
Fine, give it to Spencer's channel. Spencer, you upload this whole thing.
What? You're the fucking person who's running the investigation.
Oh my
this is
God.
your
Investigate
case.
this as well, and you haven't.
Yeah, why are you putting it all on me? Like, yes,
You're the fucking one bringing it. Why are you talking about this
Absolutely. I am the
case?
first one.
Yeah.
I do not want to be the only one.
He's like, this is unbelievable, the fucking logic that he's... Your pathetic logic. Once again, if you missed the song Axe to Grind from Persona 5 Strikers as the opening from the other stream, yeah. Although, I mean, I don't intentionally go for songs that have, like, fitting lyrics every time, but man, that was the one. That was the one.
I'm the only one.
Well, then you are the only one. You haven't convinced... Exactly. You haven't made anything
I
compelling.
haven't been listening to them. I've been trying to set up...
I just love this, like, I'm sorry, it's like such a trailer park vibe. I don't know what Max's, like, living situation is, but he's like... It's like him and his baby mama just screaming for the background. I mean, all, you know, jokes and opinions and all that. Just, you know, disclaimer. But that's kind of the vibe that it gives off. Is just like, and you tell him he's a son of a bitch. Yeah, you're a son of a bitch. And also tell him he's not invited to dinner. Yeah, you can't come to dinner no more. Get the fuck out.
Call like this for months.
Yeah, and I've had a 2-hour-long call, and I'm not moving anywhere close.
Max, the baby's crying, Max.
Why can't you take initiative to talk to other survivors?
Well, I'm talking to you right now more than anybody else.
Yeah, because you won't shut the fuck up.
For Spencer, and another apology I want to make. I can understand how she could be frustrated, and any of these potential survivors hearing that I would pay for a defamation case. In reality,
yeah, if you're an I mean, you know, yeah, devil's advocate and all that. I mean, again, I don't even say devil's advocate with the other survivor. It really is just Spencer that's the most. She's literally the most suspicious one in all of this. I mean, Max is like, I think even he's been taken for a bit of a ride. This Bonnie and Clyde situation. I kind of feel like she might be wearing the pants in the family, but it's all just, you know, where's the allegedly? Do I have the allegedly on the bear? Hang on, where's the? Oh yeah, he's up there. There's an allegedly. All right, we're good. But yeah, no, she's pretty sussy in this situation, but I can see how if you're a victim of this thing and you see Mutahar, if you're a victim of this guy and his cult and you see Mutahar say that, like, I would gladly pay for, yeah, that would probably, you know, upset you, obviously, and you'd be right to be upset about that, I think, if there was an actual thing that happened, but it's not about that, ultimately. It's about the fact that Max so royally fucked up in his job of delivering this to people that now people are on this guy's side. You should be, if you're a victim of this guy and he actually, like, hurt you, this Camden guy, you should absolutely be mad at Max. Absolutely. You should be so fucking mad at Max that he has made the Camden dude look like an underdog hero that needs to get revenge. Because that's what it looks like right now. You know, everybody has kind of fucking passed their judgment. The Camden guy seems like he has not done anything, and Max is a complete fraud, as it says here. So, like, you should be very upset with Max if you're an actual survivor of this dude and he did something. Because once again, I want to shout out the video from, just because there's more people here now. This is a good video. I want to shout it out. This is a video that I saw yesterday. I think it was released a couple days ago. It's from I'm Sorta Kinda Bored, and it's called Mamamax and Cult Leader Camden. I wish we knew more. And it's a 2-hour video. And
about being supernatural, wanting to be a werewolf or vampire.
It's literally what everybody said that Max should make, instead of all this ridiculous pedantic bullshit. It's just this guy going through all of the shit and the summary and his thoughts about the whole thing, and yeah, and I think there's more to it later on, but you know, he goes through that, the streams and everything. This is a good video. I haven't watched the whole thing, but what I have seen, I definitely check out this video. This is what Max should have made. People said that about the Slime Beast guy, who made like the 3-minute video. That's more digestible. But I would say this is what Max should have made. This is perfectly good length. This isn't an unkempt, unedited 4.5-hour podcast with some lady. This is, you know, it goes through what she says and also goes through everything else, and like this is a good video. And watching this video, you get to parts like, let's see here. Back to the story, Kai, Survivor A. You get to stuff like this, you know.
Survivor A sent her $200. GMR wanted Survivor A to still have sex with Cam. Survivor A said that when she was 18 she could, but not right now.
And there's parts in this that are actually like chilling to read about, the way that it's summarized here. And it was I don't think it's still not real evidence, but it would have definitely, if he just made this the video and we got these stories and stuff, it would have definitely been better for the image of this whole thing, and people would have probably been on Max's side. It's inescapable how much he fucked this up. Like, it's really fucking ridiculous. I mean, maybe this guy actually did some shit and he will never ever face fucking justice for it now at this rate. I mean, maybe something else can happen, but like, this is pretty much ensured that this is like a media circus. They won't want to get involved. Max is fucked up. Everything he's ever said is untrustworthy. Like, I really hope that nothing actually happened and this whole thing is just a fucking scam. I hope. It's probably not, you know? Like, it's probably, this guy's not great. He seemed, like as Mudahar put it seems like there was some malfeasance. But it's not proof. And the main thing that I'm trying to get across is that, wow, he really fucked up this video super hard. So the end of this
situation and made a complete mockery out of it. And ultimately, I don't really think that he has a place on this platform. With the kind of content that he's made and the kind of profiteering he's done on serious topics, I have less respect for him than everyone else that I've covered in the past. Made and the kind of profiteering he's done on serious topics, I have less respect for him than everyone else that I've covered in the past.
That is like the deepest fucking blow I've ever heard. Like, whatever you gotta say about Mudahar, I mean, he probably doesn't mean this literally, I don't know. But, like, he's talked about some real fuckers. Some real fuckers. And this is that is really something. That is a powerful statement. That is the biggest fucking... That is like the YouTube equivalent of the fucking... Well, I want to say the Chris Rock slap, but no, because Will Smith was pathetic, actually. Will Smith is really pathetic. Well, he's not. He's actually a victim. He's a victim. Will Smith is a victim, really. But I don't know. That was something. That was really something. That was a way to fucking end your video. Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's that. I just wanted to show people that. That was the most notable thing in that video. Like, there was a lot to that video. It's a good video. But man, there is I don't think I've ever heard a harder diss on YouTube than that, with the context of who Muda is and who he's talked about in the past and how many people he's talked about and how badly Max is fucked up here. Damn. There's nothing. That's like a whole diss track in like one sentence. It's crazy. So next up, Max uses, okay, this is one of my favorite parts, and this plays into some, this is also from the Muda video here. This plays into some stuff we'll see later. I'm going to show this clip again, because I spent time editing this, and I'm going to show it again, but just hang on.
What really also burns me is Max's incompetence to using actual proper research. He literally brings ChatGPT and believes that it can provide legal advice.
I love Muda's lighting in this. It's great.
Alright, let's see, what is this?
Literal ChatGPT. Can testimonies, if there are enough from multiple people, count as evidence in court? Yes! Thank you for your question.
Oh, not ChatGPT.
Not ChatGPT.
Okay. So, look at what I just sent you.
Yeah, you sent me a ChatGPT prompt.
I love how Schmuck... Okay, so read it. Can you read? Do you need me to read it to you? Or are you fucking smart enough for that, at least? Yeah, bro, you sent him ChatGPT. Fuck off.
Fucking legal definition.
I mean, we can argue legal semantics.
We can argue whatever. What's legal? Listen, I'm Mamamax. That clearly doesn't matter to me. So
no, we're not arguing semantics. We have to look at exact definition, Max.
I can't believe you doxed your lawyer, Max. This is crazy.
This is the problem.
This Chad GPT fellow. What school did he attend anyway? I'll look him up. I'll get him disbarred. Gosh darn it.
The situation. You're going in with evidence that can't be 100% corroborated. You're going in with allegations as an evidence. Courts would laugh you out.
Are we talking to your lawyer, ChatGPT?
Yeah,
right
is this
now?
your?
Like,
is this
what
the
fuck
lawyer?
is
Like,
going
dude,
on?
right here, bro. Come on, dude, you can't. You know, if I make a video on this, this is what I have to work with. How do you honestly think I can take your side logically? If tomorrow I was like, oh, where's Max getting his legal definitions? Oh, ChatGPT. By the way, ChatGPT has also been getting fucking dumber over the last few months.
Yeah, that's a good point too. ChatGPT cannot be trusted for shit like this. I mean, it's sort of like, I would compare this to, like, if he brought up, like, a Wikipedia definition. Even that would be a lot better than this. But, like, they don't let you use Wikipedia in schools for a reason. And it's the same reason. It's the same reason. Because you can't trust shit like this. Just read a fucking book, you fucking user.
I mean, come on.
If the judge and jury find a witness statement credible, they can charge or convict you of a crime based solely on witness testimony alone. That is from BergenCriminalAttorney.com. Y'all can look it up.
Why didn't you link that then?
Show me that definition. Show me that definition, not the ChatGPT. Why'd you not bring me that one?
I am giving you multiple.
Give me that. Give me the one from the legal definition. Why'd you bring me ChatGPT? Link me that right now. We'll read it together.
ChatGPT understands the legal system.
I love that. That's my favorite quote. That's my favorite quote. Just his like little he's like, of course, being smug.
Link me that right now. We'll read it together.
ChatGPT understands the legal system.
I can just hear the smiley face on his on his words there. It's so great. It understands the legal system, everybody. ChatGPT understands the legal system. I mean, it probably does better than you. Let's see here. Mutahar is now, this is the final part in this section. We're moving on after this one. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a little more to this here. It says ChatGPT does not understand the United States legal system and will, in fact, create fake legal information to support prompts given to it. and this is a sourced thing here. This is from AP News. Lawyers submitted bogus case law created by ChatGPT. A judge fined them $5,000. You know, I'm just gonna be one of those fuckers that reads the just the headline. You know, because I'm a millennial or whatever. A judge fined them $5,000 for that bogus case law. So, yeah, I mean, definitely not the most trustworthy thing there. Mutahar is now working with some of Camden's accusers in private to see what can be done about the case. That's also worth noting, yes. Maybe something will happen in the future that will be unrelated to Max, you know, potentially. The next section of this is called Max's Never-Ending Downward Spiral. Downward spiral go, downward spiral go, downward spiral go. Yeah, that's right, blue spheres and red spheres. All right. On January 18th, Max uploaded another trailer to Patreon in response to both Mutahar and Nick Diorio's videos on him, and his GoFundMe getting shut down. He called his detractors cultists, and through visuals and not-so-subtle editing, compared Mutahar to Andrew Tate. It was leaked to Reddit within hours of posting. I'm not going to read that, or I'm not going to watch that, but because it is like, technically it's his paywalled content, that's fine. He can keep his paywalled content to himself. It's here. If you would like to see it, it is available to you. It's just on the Mamamax fan club here. Description. I am currently dedicating my time to the case against Camden Gerard Davis, blah, blah, blah. The bullying and harassment stemming from this case are not unique, right? This MF read one book and thinks he understands the entire world. Literally just satanic panic, but about cults. And the best thing is that with the logic of that one book, he is very much a cult. Yes, indeed. I don't know, maybe I'm paranoid, but his video really reminded me of those alt-right people that believe every celebrity is a satanic child cult rapist. Indeed, it certainly does it not? Does it not? It certainly does sound like those people. That's why there's some theory from myself and no one else, really. It's just my opinion, bro. But it's just a theory that I have that maybe he'll try to... Because he's been... The thing is, though, he's been using transphobia as a shield in his apology video that he did upload. He was using transphobia as a shield, like some of the people that are against me are transphobes or something. And it's kind of not really the case, but there's a little bit of that. Truth is somewhere in the middle as usual, but yeah, there was the thing is, though, I wonder if he'll try to shift into the far right grift. It could be the far left grift. Maybe. I mean, I guess that's possible. But he's going to have to change his name and his avatar and not use a different voice changer, maybe. I don't know. But I think people will still catch on. Pedo panic for liberals. I thought that was just Twitter. It seems like a bit to me, because who the fuck believes in vampires and werewolves? Unless I just don't get it. Does he actually believe there's a cult of these people? No, it's not quite that, but yeah. So there is another Max secret video on his Patreon. You can watch it there. I'm not going to play it. That's his, paywalled stuff. I think that's fine. Max's own patrons told him he needed to stop posting and shut up. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, we've got some Patreon quotes here. You've had at minimum 2 years to do something with this case. Why have you not been working in intense detail with a dedicated legal team this entire time? You said you were multiple times. But if that were the truth, you wouldn't be facing a tsunami of criticism now. You've failed the victims here. You've lied to your fans and your Patreon subscribers for years. How many times do we have to take this to a trained responsible attorney? Again, you've had 2 years minimum of Patreon donations alone to dedicate towards that. You've had more than enough time. This is an embarrassing chapter you're writing, Max. Editing to add that no one is saying the victims should be silenced. They're saying you, Max, should be held accountable for how you've butchered their truth. They should be listened to, and you've made it harder for that to happen. You've made it basically impossible for that to happen. Opera DLXX. Dude, you need to stop with this shit. I've fully unsubscribed from your Patreon because you have shown little to no progress in your mission, and you are just genuinely a piece of shit going through this hero syndrome type edginess thing, thinking you're helping these victims, but in reality you're just making things worse. Please seek trained professionals to handle these cases because you have clearly shown that you cannot handle shit. Maddie here likes it. Dog Dicks Daryl says, bro, stay silent. Work on a short, concise video without all the flash and explain yourself. You keep talking and talking and talking. Stop. Short, concise, and to the point is where you need to be. I'm curious, are there others out there who are making it easier for survivors to be listened to? I'd really like to see what they're saying and doing in advocacy for survivors. Spirey wants to be on the side and of the right side of history, but they're seeing through the bullshit. This all feels like a scam, and I got. What a shame.
What a shame.
So, next up is Magnetar's emails. Oh, here we go, everybody. Here we go.
Prepare the water cooler, that we may gather around it later and discuss things.
Phony Mamamax lawyer fighting for survivors, using silly voice changers and being a huge liar, allegedly. It's time now for Magnetar's emails to Max's legal team. The legal team is here, everyone. Max's legal team has arrived in chat. Exciting. Context. Magnetar is the guy who brought together Max's ex-girlfriends and a former friend he stalked for years to make a video accusing Max of being an abusive creep, published on July 23rd, 2022. Max is also the boyfriend of the friend Max stalked. Max retaliated by labeling Magnetar as a pedophile. Neither side had much evidence to back their accusations beyond accuser statements. Ironic, isn't it? Max did admit to creeping on his former friend and sending both her and Magnetar a video of himself attempting to self-game over. Yes, I will say that from what I saw, at least a few of the people involved in that whole outing of Max did seem to be kind of full of shit. But then what he did admit to is already more evidence than we actually have of anything Camden did, so it's like, yeah, you're like proven already to be just a little more of a creep than we have any actual proof of with this Camden guy. Outside of testimony, which some of it may be convincing, but it's still, you know, just testimony. He himself has admitted things that he has done that are kind of fucking sketchy. But yes, that's who Magnetar is. It's and also Magnetar, I don't think it's yeah, it's not mentioned here. Magnetar apparently went to fucking high school with Max. Like, this whole thing goes back years. This whole thing is such, like, CW drama bullshit. On January 16th, 2023, Magnetar's legal team reached out to Max about finding an informal resolution to the situation between them. Max's anonymous legal team responded 5 months later using Max's personal email address. They claimed to have evidence Magnetar is a pedo and were prepared to take it to court, but would let it slide if Magnetar took down his video of Max's ex-girlfriends and offered Max an apology by June 1st, 2023. Max's legal team repeatedly refused to identify themselves, which lawyers are required to do when representing a client. When Magnetar's lawyer told Max that that what he was doing was illegal, Max's lawyers refused further contact. Emails between Magnetar and Max's anonymous legal team. Ignore the 18+ warning. It's all text with no NSF details. Okay. NSFW. Why is it 18+? Okay, so I'll be reading these. This is, you know, and again, there's allegedlys. This is all alleged. Maybe these are all fake emails. Who's to say? This could all be just fabricated. This Magnetar guy didn't seem like he had all that much evidence of a lot of what he was saying either, to be fair. And he seems like he's got an axe to grind too. So, you know, there's that. There is that. So maybe this is potentially all bullshit, but this is what's presented here. This is from Arnold to, I guess, this is from the legal team, I guess, to Max. Mr. Stryker, I request an opportunity to speak with you on behalf of my client, blah, blah, blah. So I believe this is from Max here. Let's see. We represent Max Stryker, a well-known public figure on YouTube. It has come to our attention that your client has engaged in a series of defamatory, harassing, and stalking behaviors targeting our client over the past decade. These actions have caused significant harm to our client's reputation and invaded his privacy. Your client's recent activities include, but are not limited to, creating and publishing a defamatory video, blah, 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 about Magnetar. So, let's see. I'm not going to read this whole thing, because it is just legal jargon, a lot of it. I'm sure there's some of it that would be potentially interesting. From Arnold to Mamamax's personal email address, apparently, but from a lawyer, apparently, not Mamamax. I am unable to correspond with an anonymous party claiming to be a legal representative. An attorney must identify themselves per ethical guidelines of the profession in all jurisdictions. While individuals have the legal right to represent themselves, to hold oneself out as an attorney. Wow, I can't speak. On an attorney on behalf of another without permission, without admission to the bar, is unauthorized practice of law. In the absence of an identified attorney, I will operate under the presumption that Mr. Stryker is not represented by counsel in this matter. Let's see. Let's see. Sincerely, Mamamax legal team. Oh, Jesus Christ. So he sends another email from a few days after that. And it's just, all of it is not talking about the thing that he just said, I'm not going to talk to you because you're not saying who you are, like, representing. Like, what company you're with, what lawyer you are, who you are. You're not saying. You're like an anonymous weirdo lawyer claiming to be a lawyer. And this whole email that Mamamax's legal team sends is not, like, even bringing that up. It's bringing up, like, Mr. Field, the statements made about him are not defamatory, but rather they're based on truth. Multiple victims, blah, blah, blah. For over a decade, he's been stalking. We emphasize that our client, blah, blah, blah. Your assertion that he has never committed any criminal acts, blah, blah, blah. None of it has anything to do with the fucking thing about you're not telling me who you are, so I'm not taking this seriously. And so it's just a complete nonsense. And then, yeah, they attach a PDF document that must be signed by Magnetar. Once the document is received, we will commence the process of fulfilling our client's commitments under these terms. And here we are with, once again, phony Mamamax lawyer, allegedly. And this is this is kind of the funny one here. Agreement to terms and conditions. I, Anthony Field, hereby acknowledge and agree to the following terms and conditions as outlined by the Mamamax legal team on behalf of their client, Max Stryker. The Mamamax legal team. I will immediately remove my video and all public posts about him and his channel. I will cease all contact. I will issue a sincere private apology. I will issue a public statement on my channel, Magnetar, and in either a video or community post stating that both parties have resolved their issues privately. I will never speak about him. I acknowledge and agree. And then, type this in. Please sign the thing, ma'am. Sign it. You have no iris. You need to sign. Please return the signed agreement to Mamamax legal team. Can we just change my Discord to Mamamax legal team? Can we change the name of that real quick? Just for like a little bit. Just for like while we're doing the stream. Just change it to Mamamax legal team. That's really funny. My official lawyers from the Mamamax legal team company. Do not redeem. Let me see. Mr. Stryker, please do not continue to send correspondence under the pseudonym Mamamax legal team, as this is a misrepresentation, blah, blah, blah. If you wish to continue discussion via email, you know, if you have any evidence, please provide that. And then he says, this is so fucking funny. These two, these two idiots on the internet just like, if you have any... Yes, thank you for your correspondence. We are the Mamamax legal team. Yes, it is me. I am Mamamax, but with a little mustache. I am Father Zam. That's me. And I'm the lawyer. Hello, it's me. Jesus Christ. This is so fucking stupid. I mean, both of these guys, they're like legal jargon, but obviously Magnetar is significantly less funny right now than the guy who is pretending to be his own lawyers, allegedly. Just the simple, Mr. Stryker, please do not continue to pretend to be the Mamamax legal team. It's so funny. That's great. That's just great. And then he continues to do it. Thank you for your most recent correspondence. We acknowledge your concern regarding our chosen mode of representation, but we believe it's important to clarify our stance on certain crucial... This is actually like... Okay, I joke about, like, do not redeem. It reminds me of the Atomic Shrimp scam videos, where he specifically does email scams. Because this feels like the kinds of emails that, like, they will send when you press them about details about the, like, billionaire who died and left you their whole fortune. And you just need to sign here and give me your social insurance number and give me your, you know, give me $500 on Cash App or something. You know, and we'll totally give you the money, bro. And you ask them for details, and they'll be like, well, we cannot discuss this regarding this matter heretofore. Please send money. Please send tell your Totori GameStop money. Please send money. But it's a lot like that. It's a lot like that. Max should have contacted Barrister John Warosa. You know, do not contact any other barrister other than the John Warosa or the John Barossa or whatever. So yeah, there's some legal Mamamax's legal team is there. Let me see here. People then read the email response from Max's legal team and put it through AI text detection to see whether it could have been written by an AI. Results of AI detection. Remember, ChatGPT understands the legal system, everybody. Mamamax legal AI. Yeah. Your content is detected as written by an AI. 71% probability it's AI generated. 82% content detected. Analysis complete. I mean... ChatGPT understands the legal system. Calling all Jan Michael Vincents. Max's former editor Slug accuses Max of using ChatGPT to write his scripts as well. This is from we're on old Reddit here. Wow, I didn't even know this was an option. This is great. Oh man, I gotta you gotta add old to before old period Reddit, and then you got I am Slug, Max's former video editor. Sorry for any spelling mistakes. I am too lazy to correct them. So please farm karma off of correcting my grammar, and sorry for spelling mistakes. And proof I am Slug, the former editor. This is from a day ago. Again, this person only came out and denounced Max and all this after the chips have fallen. So there is that. But I'm fucking disgusted with Max being a brain-dead moron who mixes fact with fiction. Then when he's criticized, he either uses the survivors as meat shields, or he will say he is changing and never changes. And him claiming everything he makes is fiction pissed me the fuck off. I worked with your fucking videos, and throughout our call, you wanted everything to be factual. You motherfucking wanted me to disregard the fact that you used AI for your script. You defended it thinking it'll be the next best thing. Little bro, I even offered to write your script because the script was ass. I'm not afraid of being sued because Max has nothing on me and has nothing that can be used against me in court. And your NDA is non-enforceable. No fucking lawyer imaginable will fucking go out and enforce your nonsensical NDA. And there's a lot more here. But, you know, that's the main thing now. I think we're about to get more into that. So now we have Discord leaks. Apparently he's like threatening to sue people. He's also threatening to flag anybody who's like showing the Discord leaks. So I'm just gonna read through them a little. I'll read them on my own time. I'll let you know what it says. They're out there. They're certainly out there. He can't Streisand affect the fucking leaks from existence. They're on Twitter. This is an ad, everyone. And it says, Spencer and I are considering a class action lawsuit against Mutahar for breaching our non-disclosure agreement, inciting harassment on live streams, defamation, and causing emotional distress. He's extremely rich, so the lawsuit seeks $1 million in damages to be distributed between all of you. All you would have to do is testify against him, particularly regarding his actions, not speaking to any of you about the evidence and the impact his behavior has had on you. Spencer has agreed to be the lead plaintiff, and I'll do all of the hard work. Wow, it's like Chip Chilla. This is I love the gender dynamics here. She's like his secretary. Please let us know if you're interested. This could have a huge impact on the case against Camden. And the very first response to this says, "Dude, no. Can this stop?" 3 question marks. Let me see here. Spencer comes along here and says, "I think this is important personally. Muta has breached terms of the NDA, and his actions have caused harassment, have caused cyberstalking and harassment, and this is dangerous. If he doesn't learn, what stops him from doing similar in the future in relation to other cases? I agree on waiting for blank, though, just in case. But if it's plausible, Muta should be held accountable. His behavior is disgusting." And then Max just responds and says, "Agreed." Oh, that's to a different person in their voice message. Okay. I'd be willing to, after we find out how this is going to be handled legally. But until then, I think I'm going to step back until I can do anything to help the legal standpoint. Just for the time being, until we figure this out. Max says,
"Let's discuss it later, but Spencer is absolutely right, and the money will only help you guys."
Someone says, "How would it have an impact on the case?" Somebody else asks, "My question too." Max says, "The case against Muta would provide resources to help the criminal case against Camden. It would all..." What? Okay. "It would also shift public perception and get the attention of of the general public like national news, not just YouTube commentary channels." Someone says, "You can count me out regarding that. The cult case is enough for me." And he tells them to stay strong. So the Discord's not happy. Max says they need the money to provide resources to help the criminal case. Costs for criminal cases are handled largely by the state, and there are many free resources, including attorneys who will work pro bono for survivors of SA and trafficking. Civil cases take years to reach a verdict and are wildly expensive. Max is willing to stall a case of what he says is rampant abuse involving children for the possibility of a few dollars and revenge against a former friend who spoke against him. That's what this says. That's what it seems to be. Yes. Again, reminder that the stuff with Spencer happened in 2016, and this guy's apparently been running this cult for years, and it's you know, he's been running it for years. Spencer only decided to say something in 2021 to Max. They held off for like 2 more years, however long, to finally do this. And then they beans the whole operation up to high hell. They beansed it up real good. Let me see here. More leaks from the server reveal the NDA was just a Discord post, likely written by ChatGPT, that Max asked people to sign by writing their name on a piece of paper and sending him a picture. Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Okay. So this is probably, I guess this is also potentially written by AI. This is unbelievable. So I said earlier, and I really mean it, I said earlier, I said earlier that Max right now is poised beautifully on the position directly in between YouTube drama and the birth of a new lolcow. This is the birth of this is behavior that you would see from, like, I don't know, like an Only Use Me Blade or someone like that. I mean, Onision would be the perfect example, right? You know, he would be the perfect example. It's astonishing how this is just the new generation's Onision in a lot of ways. And Chris Hansen, ironically enough. This non-disclosure agreement, and then in brackets, the word agreement has quotes around it for some reason, is entered into as of November 18th by and between influencer name below, recipient, and Striker Films, discloser. Okay, so this is just, heretofore referred to as. Collectively referred to as the parties. Definition of confidential information for purposes of this agreement. Confidential information shall include all information related to the experiences and personal accounts of individuals. All right. Obligations of recipient. The recipient agrees to maintain the confidentiality of the confidential information. Oh wow, this is actually funny though, because point 1 says, like, confidential information shall include all information related to the experiences and personal accounts of the survivors, included but not limited to testimonies, personal narratives, which are both the same thing. That's the same thing. That's one thing that you've split into two things with a little comma there, and related documentary materials. So if there's any real evidence, then any of that. But if it's just a bunch of Discord posts, I mean that's good too, I guess. Not disclose the confidential information with any third party without the prior written consent of the discloser and the explicit written approval of the survivors whose stories are shared. So Max has complete control of what you're putting out there with this fucking NDA thing. I know you can't see it, by the way. I know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You can find it. This is out there. This is out there. I think this is from Slug's stream. I believe it's from that guy. So go watch that if you want to see this. But Max is apparently not cool with people showing his Discord, his very serious legal Discord screen caps. So it's fine. I'm just reading them. But basically what this is saying, you can't disclose any information without the express prior written consent of the discloser. Which essentially means, it's information control. Whatever you say has to be approved upon. It's propaganda. It's like it's like CBC being run by the fucking Canadian government. It's like, I really trust this news company, so for sure. It's I know it's not really run by, but it's heavily subsidized. It's definitely, that's what is it? Conflict of interest, something like that. But the approval of the survivors maybe makes sense, but the discloser is Striker Films. So it's more, he claims that it's like to protect the survivors and their narratives, but it says the discloser is Striker Films. So ultimately you have to have the say-so. If somebody sees the evidence and goes, this is nothing, and I'm going to make a video that says this is nothing, then you're not allowed to because Max doesn't want you to. That's what this NDA basically gets at. Let's see. The obligations of the agreement. 5 years. Please attach picture of your written name, signature, and today's date is the end part of this. That's great. Just attach just hold it up with today's paper and like a thing that says "What do be." That'll do it for you. That's legally binding there. This is literally like the scammers. I mean, where it'll be like, hold up a photo of yourself with the money to prove that you are real, and then put the money in a box and send it to me. Thank you. This is fucking crazy. So that's the Discord legal threats and the NDA. Let's see. Again, the NDA probably also written by ChatGPT. I don't think that one's been put through the analyzers, but I would bet. You know, I'm not saying no certainty, but previous threats to cancel Charlie, Moist Critical. On January 19th, Max's former editor Slug went live with raw footage Max sent him for the fake Moist Critical cancellation video, during which Max goes on a rant about his ability to cancel Moist Critical because he's, quote, the friggin' pedo hunter, and laughs about being an obsessed creep. There's also heavy breathing and creepy laughter, and CoffeeZilla shows up, but we'll get to that. Let's take a look at this. This is on Twitter. This is from Vince Vintage on Twitter. Description says he's a paid actor and YouTuber. That's great. That's cool, bro. Mamamax's... Okay, this is muted here. Mamamax's unhinged rant. I could literally cancel you, Charlie. I'm the pedo hunter. I'm the fucking universe!
I could literally cancel you, Charlie. I could literally cancel you. And I choose not to. It's true, though. It's the truth.
It's the truth, bro.
I'm the friggin' pedo hunter.
I'm the friggin' pedo hunter, everybody. The friggin' pedo hunter. He's you don't want to say any harsh words here. I'm the friggin' pedo. Yeah, that should go on the soundboard. That's great soundboard potential. Sephiroth music. Hang on.
I could literally cancel you, Charlie. I could literally cancel you.
Literally.
And I choose not to.
I choose not to.
It's true, though. It's the truth. I'm the friggin' pedo hunter.
I'm the fucking universe. Yeah. So, let me see here. Okay, I assume this is the next thing here. The him laughing creepily and obsessively. Hang on. Somebody in the comments says the level of cope is insane, and Vince Vintage says, "Come on, he's the friggin' pedo hunter."
I clicked this video because I thought he was talking about me. Okay?
Are you okay, victim? Are you all right? Chief head victim in charge. So he's. I just want to play this again here. No, I won't bother showing it. This is from Slug's stream, but I guess this is. I don't know if this is leaked from Max or whatever, but that's fine. This is the audio.
I clicked this video because I thought he was talking about me.
So okay, I guess we do need to show this though, because this is him. This is Obsessed Creep is the video. So he sees a video called Obsessed Creep and assumes that Max is that Charlie is talking about Max. And that's really telling. That's funny to him and me. It's funny because it's true.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Are you sure?
Why do I do this to me?
Because I get it. I get what I'm doing is creepy and obsessive. It is.
It is.
But I promised them I would not let them down, and
He's never gonna let them down.
Will not.
He's never gonna let this is it's such a sadness that the victims have been failed in this way. Let me see here. During the footage, Max also compared himself to CoffeeZilla and creepily begged Coffee to talk to him. And this is a clip from from the Slug stream here. Let's see here.
On Patreon. I don't take sponsors. We are viewer supported. So if you want to and are able to, thank you. Either way,
it's the same thing I do.
Same thing, exactly.
I don't take sponsorships either, CoffeeZilla. I don't either. Have a conversation with me. Just one conversation is all I'm asking.
Why is he doing a Joker voice? What the fuck is this? What is going on? What is this new inflection that he's just unlocked? Like he turned off his voice changer, but he still needs to sound scary.
Have a conversation with me. Just one conversation is all.
Get into my car for a second. Have a conversation with me and the boys. Come on. We'll take you down to the restaurant. We'll grab some gabagool. We'll get some fucking prosciutto. Come on. Just take a little walk with me and the boys. Come on. Yeah, it's no big deal. Come on. Yeah, down by the fucking water, you fucking son of a bitch.
I'm asking.
That's all I'm asking.
15 minutes of your time. That's all I'm asking.
They probably think
I'm the Joker, baby!
Dude, right?
CoffeeZilla, run!
Am I not?
Wow, this laughter. Yeah, this is unhinged. This is completely unhinged. Like, holy shit. This is quite something. I just, what, you need to take your medicine, dude. I don't know what's going on, dude.
Kinda. I feel like I'm the only fucking person who has any sanity.
I think he's... No, you've completely lost your insanity.
Kinda. I feel like I'm the only fucking person who has any sanity with...
You've completely lost your insanity, my man. You have lost your insanity, and they've broken your mind and your spirit. I'm sorry to say. That's how it seems to the viewer.
Freed is facing a...
This gangsta.
CoffeeZilla too, but...
Hello?
God, with this. Oh. Am I good enough? Is that enough? Should I get more? I'm having fun. I don't give a fuck.
We're all having fun, Max. I think that's the end of the clip, but that's fine. We feel it's important to reiterate, this is Ark and Gabe, I believe, worked on this. I don't know if anybody else helped, but thank you once again, this document. We feel it's important to reiterate that Max is a self-admitted stalker who has sent pictures of self-harm to people he obsesses over to guilt-trip them into giving him more attention. That's all in italics. That's important to reiterate. Thank you for reiterating that. That's good. Nexpo joins the fray.
All right, everybody. It is now time for Nexpo. I'm sorry that I read that super chat from this user whose name was Nicholas Gurr. I am very sorry to the black community.
That's my favorite Nexpo moment. That's the best Nexpo moment. Nexpo publicly disowns Max over the situation surrounding him, mentioning his efforts to help Max through the situation as Max has continued to ignore his advice. And this is the twit. This is the twit over here. Wow, they really fucking got rid of the text. They really got rid of the character limit on Twitter, didn't they? That's all gone now.
I'd like to address something. Many of you may be wondering, since we have so much audience overlap, there's a situation that's been unfolding lately regarding Mamamax and some very long pause. Unethical practices he'd been employing with his latest video subject.
I'm not doing that the whole time. I'd like to, on the record, state that I fully disavow everything he's doing. The situation with him has admittedly been an absolute mess, and I've tried to give him... Hang on. I've tried to give him advice on how to navigate through it properly, yet it's gone ignored at every turn.
Disturbing things from around the Mamamax legal team, part 7419. That's white. That's white right there.
I've since cut ties with Max completely. Someone who I thought I knew and once considered a friend, unfortunately isn't who I thought he was at all, and it's fucking heartbreaking, but it is what it is. I cannot stand by someone who acts the way he does while handling such a delicate situation without any sense of tact. I'm quite frankly embarrassed I ever stood up for him in the past, and while I can't take that part back, I can at least move forward without any further support. To any of you affected by my friendship and support of Max in the past, I sincerely apologize.
I typically am better than this at vetting who I associate with. However, after this shitstorm, I feel like I've never really known Max at all. Love you guys. Thanks for all the support.
Yeah, we just needed like some FNAF ambience over that. It would have been great. So Max and Nexpo, if you don't know, they were, you know, pretty buddy-buddy. They were friends. They had some he's downplaying it a bit where he's like, there's audience overlap. Well, there is, because you are like friends with him and you were in content together and you like signal boosted each other. So yeah, there sure was overlap. On a live stream with Nick Diorio and Lurix, Nexpo said Max confessed to him in April 2023 that the videos about Shinrikyo stalking, threatening him, about Cartoon Incorporated, a YouTube pedophile ring Max claimed to have found via a children's cartoon channel that no one had ever found evidence of its existence, were fake. After years of... Wait, you don't mean they were all fake again? There were more videos that are fake? Wow! So many of his videos are fake! It's almost like we're frauds! After years of telling Nexpo they were real, revealed that they were fake. This is in contradiction to what Max told Muda and Nick in their call, where he said the Shinrikyo story was real, but he had to recreate footage of the cult's Discord server for the video. Oh, that's a good excuse. You get a fake video, and you get a fake video, and you get to exploit child abuse. Context for the Shinrikyo Discord screenshot. We got a little clip here. It's from Nicholas Diorio.
Which basically forced my hand into joining these closed-off communities where they can easily get to me.
So basically, he says he's in this roly-poly's Nanakarobi Yoki, but this is his server that he's set up. He's the admin or mod for this server because you can see he's got the cog icon.
Yeah, he's got the little icon. You're over here in the secret Shinrikyo cult Discord server. Why did anybody ever believe this guy? What the fuck was this? It's this stupid ARG culture. That's the problem.
Go to your Discord. If you go to a Discord, you see you won't have that if you're not an admin or moderator. But that means that that's your server. You're the admin. You've set that.
So he made that up. Let's see here. Max saying he had to recreate the Discord screenshot for the Shinrikyo video because he didn't have the originals. There's another clip here.
There's multiple reasons, like, for example, the admin thing on the Discord server, I had to recreate it. Yeah. Like, that was a recreation because I didn't have the originals.
So I mean, that's like fabricating evidence, though. Like, if you're talking, that's less of a scenario of that, but that's the scale of the thing you're talking about, where you're trying to cast aspersions toward a group, which, yeah, Shinrikyo, I guess, is a fine group to do that with. I think they're pretty bad news in general. But, I mean, like, you're trying to do that and you don't have any, you know, I mean, you're making up the proof. We just have to take your word for it, and we literally cannot. We clearly and obviously cannot. Nexpo on Mamamax faking Cartoon Incorporated and Shinrikyo videos. Let's see, this is Nexpo clip. This is a clip from, again, the Nicholas Diorio. This is from last night. Post Mamamax video, future plans, and chat with Nexpo.
So, you said that Max told you one of the videos were fake.
He's got the tube guys.
Did you know that a lot of his content was fake before all this stuff broke?
Wait, did he say that? I missed that. Did I say
I think
that?
you said that you had, like, because...
Well, so Nexpo also sounds like a normal fucking jabroni when he doesn't have the stupid little voice changer on. It's... I've heard people, like, in the comments for my video about Max, which, by the way, was the true and honest original call-out video of this whole situation. I was first. Fuck you, where's my golden statue? But in the comments for that video, people have been pointing out, like, Nexpo's not so bad. Nexpo's pretty good. I don't have that big of a problem with Nexpo. I don't really like his videos personally, but I don't think that he's, like, an exploitative fuck. You know? It's not as ridiculously up its own ass as Mamamax, but that was definitely a way that you could that I could compare it, because a lot of people still don't know. There's still fucking morons that come into my Discord and they're just like, what's been going on? Who's Mamamax? It's like, wow, hey, why don't you check out my channel, cunt? There's a whole, if only someone made a video about it, you could go watch it. You fucker. But yeah, people still don't know about Mamamax, so yeah, I was just like, yeah, this is similar to Nexpo. It's like Nexpo if it was a lot worse and about child abuse and more cringe. I don't really like Nexpo's channel that much, but I mean, I do think he's certainly fucking heads, and even before all of this, I thought he was leaps and bounds above Mamamax in terms of, you know, that sort of thing. So, we'll dispel a little of the Nexpo criticism. It's not my thing, but, you know, it's a lot better than Mamamax.
There was something you had to, like,
I think he said he found out it was fake.
Yeah, you had to pester him about it because he wouldn't tell you. But, like, did you know that a lot of his content... Yeah, it was that one...
Yes. And the, but that's like little... That, and then the Asahara thing, the Shinrikyo thing, I had to pester him about that too. But those were like the only two like little things.
Yeah, because that was the one, for people who don't know, he claimed he was being attacked by like a Japanese cult.
A Japanese fucking dangerous cult.
Yeah.
For making a YouTube video, and that apparently they sent him a video game that's going to give him a brain hemorrhage, and then also sent him death threats in his fucking email saying, I'll kill you. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Max has literally become like the filmmaker. He wants to be a filmmaker, right? And I've said before that what it feels like with Max now, it feels like he's doing the thing where, you know, a guy has a movie and it comes out and everybody says it's shit, and then the guy goes on Twitter and he's like, you just didn't understand it. Hollywood doesn't get my movies. Everybody's too stupid nowadays. Potentially insert woke DLC. Like if you want to play with the woke experience, you can also have them talk about Hollywood's woke and they, you know, something like that. But that's not even necessary. You know, you get that a lot. People that just like, no, you just don't get it. My art. And he really is that. He really is that. Because, like, I'm sitting here, I'm listening to this cult thing, and I'm like, I'm just thinking about, my eyes are glazing over thinking about the way that he edits his videos, Mamamax, and the way that the Shinrikyo video was. And just, like, I don't know, people were so confused. Like, I've never saw somebody in the comments for my video saying, like, yeah, Max, you know, he just makes films that are supposed to be parodying, like, satire or something. He makes, like, experimental films that are a true story about pedophiles, but they have a lot of fiction mixed in. Like, I never saw a comment saying that. You know what I mean? I've never heard anybody say that other than him, which means that his entire fucking thing, his entire existence, his whole thing, his whole, because that's what he claims his whole channel is. Nobody ever understood, arguably, the point of his films then, unless if that's not just cope. I don't know, I'm just thinking about it, like, wow, like, if that was the point, if it was all supposed to be like an edgy film that mixes in, like, truth, and you can't tell fact from fiction, and it's true, there's some truth in there. First of all, like, fuck you, because I thought you were trying to save victims. You've just ruined, I mean, obviously ruined the case, but, like, nobody picked up on that. I've had nobody criticize my video by going, well, actually, Max is just making a parody, like, satire film about blah, blah, blah. Nobody has said that. That is coming exclusively from Max, you know, earlier in the stream. And I'm just sitting here thinking about that, like, wow, this whole Shinrikyo, all the Cartoon Incorporated, and people watch this and they believe it. And of course they believe it. Why wouldn't they believe it? Why would anybody ever lie about this kind of shit? Anyways, that's that clip. How Nexpo got the truth out of Max after years of lies. This is a clip. 52 seconds here. Come on now.
The Cartoon Incorporated thing, I saw it in a Lost Media iceberg, because I like to cover a lot of Lost Media shit. And I was like, man, fucking Max made that. Like, I should ask him. And then I asked him, and he was always like, no, he does that Max laugh he does. And then...
Yeah,
he's like, no, it's real, man, it's real and stuff, whatever. And then at Creator Clash this past year, I basically kind of like I was like, dude, look, I feel like I don't know you, and there's a lot of shit that you've not opened up to me about.
There were so many creator clashes that happened that day. It's amazing.
There's a lot of shit that I don't even know about who the fuck you are, and basically during that call he opened up
Pretty
about
much, basically
like the Om Shinrikyo thing, and then the fucking god damn it, man. The Cartoon Incorporated thing.
So yeah, not more fake videos and stuff, and yeah, I guess there was just a confrontation about it at Creator Clash. So the next thing here, some good news. One of the survivors says she has successfully taken her story and evidence to the police, and a proper investigation is underway. Let's see here. It went well with the officer. Report has been filed. Depending on the amount of people that also report him, there's a potential of it going federal. Charges will be pressed against him based on my report today, and I will be hearing from detectives. The ball is rolling. Crime Victims Bill of Rights packet was given to this person, this user. So, you know, that's good. There's actually something happening, maybe. I mean, at the very least, if something if justice is done, you know. But if all it is, the problem is if we do, it's going to be the ultimate black pill if we follow the case and this guy does go to jail, and it's like based on just testimony. Because here's the thing, we've alluded before to the fact that there's like a bit of a race thing, where it's like a bunch of white people complaining about this black guy, and there's no evidence against him, and everybody's just kind of supposed to go after him, and it's like, why are we supposed to? Is it because we're all supposed to be racist? Like, what the fuck? It's probably not intentional, right? But, like, if this actually goes into in a legal direction, I mean, like, he's, like, in Georgia? You know, like, Georgia. I mean, fucking, I mean, that might be difficult for him. I feel like getting into the legal system based on that, they might be willing to just accept just testimony. That might be a weird situation. I don't know. They might not need a whole lot of evidence, you know, in that scenario. But you know, hopefully there is real evidence, you know. Miscellaneous information. We're almost at the end here. The mod team for the Mamamax fan club subreddit, former fan group, which has turned against Max, reports that all posts and comments relating to Spencer are being flagged by multiple accounts for multiple supposed violations. Wow. Interesting. Really makes you fucking think. Backup subreddit from the Mamamax mod team. User Mamamax mod team. That's amazing. We have avoided speaking on this publicly, but with Spencer and Max's increasingly erratic and aggressive behavior, we thought it would be good to let everyone know that over the past week, all posts regarding Spencer have been reported by multiple accounts for various different violations. Since we are dealing with people who are seemingly disingenuous and desperate to control the narrative, we've created a backup subreddit in case this one gets closed due to false flagging. We will move to Mamamax discussion if it becomes necessary. I had a feeling when I noticed how many replies were hidden. That's really sad. I'm not surprised considering Spencer also actively removes any negative comments that appear on her YouTube videos as well. They're becoming more desperate, which will lead to more slip-ups. In my opinion, it's easy to guess who's doing the majority of the mass reporting. Shame to see vital parts of the discussion be lost to the void. These two shitheads really making it like a shit show. I believe most of the girls on the server are serious based on what Nicholas said. When he need to cut out certain part for leaked call and the leaked DM when one of the girls said they are in danger, I'm more convinced that Spencer is nothing more than an accomplice to Mamamax and CJD rather than victim. You guys have done a great job keeping everything organized here. Thank you. You've been amazing, blah, blah, blah. This is wild. I had no clue what was going on until Max's most recent video popped up. Currently down the rabbit hole and watching the video on YouTube by Nicholas Diorio. Thank you for doing this. Who are the people taking down comments? If those are done by moderators, are comments removed with other moderators' consent? Blah, blah, blah. The Mamamax legal team is contacting the Mamamax mod team. That's good. Give that an update right there. Let me see here. Final thing. Post from a former professional advocate for sexual assault and human trafficking survivors on all the ways Max is harming the potential case against Camden. This is also on Reddit. I love being a super cool Redditor. Nicholas Diorio video discussion mega thread. So this is from Judas. The Judas Kiss! Hey! I worked as an advocate for survivors of sexual violence and sex trafficking for 10 years. I've also worked with survivors as a social worker and domestic violence survivors advocate. I've worked alongside numerous police jurisdictions and states and have seen cases all the way through federal court. An advocate is not a lawyer. Oh, if you hear clicking back there, that's the thousands of animals that live in my floorboards right now. I'm trying to deal with it. An advocate is not a lawyer, but is basically an assistant who helps a survivor navigate the system. From the hospital room to the police interview to the courtroom, we need to make sure every decision and potential outcome was made known to them. Right, okay. This story has really interested me because of the work I've done. After watching coverage by Nicholas D., Mudahar, Chud Logic, and others, I've noticed some intense legal oversights that Mamamax has no idea he's committed. Assuming the allegations are true, here are some ways Max's actions could have fucked over the survivor's legal case. The perpetrator's victims can now be accused of conspiring against him. Police typically advise survivors not to talk about the case with other survivors of their perpetrator. I've seen advocacy and therapy groups subpoenaed when survivors use the same service provider, let alone were speaking to each other about the facts of the case. The defense can allege that survivors in communication were conspiring against the perpetrator rather than have actual crimes committed against them. Number 2, discussing the case with other victims muddies testimony and witnesses in an active investigation. The human brain is fallible, and if you're sharing experiences with other survivors, sometimes details can be misremembered or inadvertently appropriated by other survivors and lead to skewed retellings of what were otherwise totally true crimes. Law enforcement advised us to discourage this. Number 3, at least one of the victims has admitted to a crime on livestream. While it can be argued that the crime was done under duress, underage, or can be bargained out of using plea deals, recruitment is still a crime. Yes, never forget that Spencer is the one who, I think by her own accounts, was like luring children into this sex cult. Which, I mean, yeah, under duress and all of that, but it's still a crime. And pretty weird. She has admitted this on camera, and that can be used in court as evidence. It can also be used by the defense as motive to lie, as though she were the only one committing any crimes. Number 4, Max is advising them while not knowing anything about the court
You stupid bitch. ChatGPT understands the legal system, dumb bitch. You fucking have no idea about what ChatGPT has done for the legal system. You have no idea. You have the Mamamax legal team is going to fucking, you're going to hear from them, goddammit. You are going to hear from them, and the full force of ChatGPT's legal knowledge is going to be on your ass, ma'am, or sir, or they, them, whatever whatever you go by. In part of the video, Max alluded to the possible future charges and the victims perhaps opting out of engaging in the court system. The Sixth Amendment of the Constitution provides the Confrontation Clause, which means defendants legally get to face their accusers. If the survivors choose not to testify or engage the court process, it's likely there will not be a case. They would also, if not actively involved, lose their opportunity to provide victim impact statements, get restitution for medical therapy and costs, medical or therapy costs, or be involved in discussing plea deals, which is what many cases come down to. None of this is related to the civil case that they spoke to an attorney about. That attorney said a lawsuit would not be a good idea because Camden has few assets to pay, and the attorney is going to want his pay as well. But that has nothing to do with a potential criminal case. If the police heard from one survivor and didn't have enough to charge, perhaps all this new evidence they claim to have would encourage an investigation. No way to know, though, because Max doesn't want to work with the cops. Number 5, Max will turn over a mountain of poorly stated, unethically gathered, unusable, and potentially harmful evidence to the system.
Because the survivors had no legal representation, I don't think random phone calls are enough representation, to be honest. There's no way to know if anything they've said in the hours of streams or the months of chat logs can be used to destroy their testimony or impeach their character. Unfortunately, appearances matter a lot to a jury, so if the jurors are seeing someone gleefully conspiring, which is what a defense attorney would allege, or enjoying, misremembering, misspeaking... Yeah, what this is, I think, getting at here... I don't know if this is doing it specifically, but gleefully conspiring. This is literally like when they were on the stream and they were just like, she Camden my Gerard till I Davis. Tee-hee-hee-hee-hee. He probably does a Naruto run. Tee-hee-hee, his hairline. All this weird shit. And, you know, there's the argument of like, well, people cope in strange ways. I mean, maybe, but this is not wrong that putting this out there has completely damaged their chances. Because, yeah, they're gleefully tee-heeing about this, like, these memes about this guy who's apparently abusing fucking hundreds of kids. I don't think that's probably not the right call, Max. Probably not the right call. Misspeaking or giving different facts in any way, it will be used to destroy their testimony. There is literally hours and pages of discovery in this case waiting to happen. Number 6, Max knows nothing about the reporting process and is prolonging reporting for no reason. I wouldn't expect a lawyer he spoke to know about this either, but there is such a thing as a courtesy report. A cop from any jurisdiction can take a report and ship it off to the department whose jurisdiction it is. I've helped arrange this to other countries, let alone other states. Having a large number of victims is not reason to delay reporting. It can still be investigated, and in the meantime, a lot of evidence can potentially be lost. This guy knows what he's up to if he's plastering it all over the internet. He's not going to hesitate to redact, delete, and get rid of any evidence he can. Gathering testimony sooner rather than later can also mean a clearer retelling of the facts, not muddied by other people's versions of events or by time. Number 7, the financial incentive Max has created in funding survivors through his Patreon and providing them exposure online. Don't forget the super chats. People were popping in hundreds of dollars to him for exposing the pedophiles. Through his Patreon and providing them exposure online is going to be used against them in court. Max has arguably created a huge incentive for these survivors to lie or misremember, especially since the main survivor would be homeless and without income without this incentive. A defense attorney would absolutely murder them in court over this. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, 100,000% yes. Yeah, you mean her living with him is a problem for them? Wow, you don't say. Absolutely. No, I'm not. Totally. Yeah, you're right. Number 8. Any of the above reasons are justification for a county attorney to not file charges. All attorneys, even appointed or district ones, want wins. They don't want to put forward a case they aren't confident they can win. I have seen cases turned down because the survivor had a significant other and therefore a possible reason to lie about being assaulted. I've seen it turned away over phone records, testimony discrepancies, loss of evidence, taking too long to report. Literally everything I posted above could be used as further excuse to do nothing. Number 9. Max has no skills in finding resources, planning, or safety planning for the survivors he's working with. Along the way, Max is encouraging the survivors' dependence upon him by giving them financial incentives, a place to live, and online attention. He has probably convinced them all that he is the only one who cares and is the only one willing to help them. This is an abusive relationship. Regardless of what their intentions might be, he has no long-term plan for their safety. He asks the survivors to defend him and this cause, and asks them to re-victimize themselves over and over to tell their story. And he has no endgame, no outcome. This will continue on and go... Well, arguably the outcome is for them to find him, but, like, I mean, that's, you know, even then, it's not going to happen, so they're not getting him to court with all this bullshit, so, like, there is no end game, yeah. No outcome. This will continue on and on until the survivors exhaust themselves and people who can't use them for clout anymore. And then they will have nothing. And what if this guy freaks out and turns violent? He has no plans for... No, Max? Never. He has no plans for relocation, protection orders, or what to do then. Max is simply out of his depth in every conceivable way, and if he truly cared, he would have reached out to impartial advocacy services that would definitely not have encouraged sharing so much online. With that said, if you're a survivor, you can call this number. Advocates do not tell you what to do. They do not judge you for your decisions. They're merely there to provide support, make sure you're treated fairly, help you understand what's happening. So this is a very good post here by Judas from 3 days ago there on the Mamamax fan club. And yeah, great post. Great post. Really goes through all of the... This is a great way to end the fucking stream, frankly. Because that is the end. I don't think... Unless there's something brand new that's happened. Potentially there's something brand new. I don't know. Perfect post, honestly. No background checks! No NDA! No ChatGPT! Oh yeah, I was never about the survivors. IMO. I would agree with your O. Bro, this entire situation is actually free clout for Camden. Literally, if he just makes a YouTube video with a measured denial and rejection of all these witness accounts, Max would have nothing left. Yeah, that's the last thing for me, as I'm really looking forward to if Camden comes out about all this, because I think it would be... I just want to see more from him. I want a chance to look at his, like, body language more, and, like, the way he talks, and the kind of language that he uses when he talks. And the way that we've had countless fucking hours of that from Max. You know, maybe we could get like 10 minutes of that from Camden. And maybe we could like, oh yeah, this guy seems slimy. I don't like this guy. We've had like one phone call. Or he was on camera. And he was talking about like some bullshit. He was high. And he just seemed like a normal fucking guy. Like you say, measured. Like he just seemed like a normal guy. Amazing post. That's a death knell. Yeah, that combined with, like, the Mudahar quote about, like, I have never disrespected someone that I've covered more than Max, or something like that. That's... man, this guy's whole life is over. Like, I hate to be one of those, like, it's over for him! He's canceled! Drama channels. You know, but... Jesus fucking Christ, you do it to yourself, you do. You and no one else, you do it to yourself. Another good song to have started the stream with. But that's the end of the stream. Thank you everybody once again. Mamamax made a rap video. Did he make a new rap video? I wish there was a new one. Wait, there's a new one? Is there a new one? Where's the... Okay. Maybe it's not new, but hang on. Mamamax rap. Yeah, it's Prey. We already watched Prey. You fucking bozo. Okay, here you go. Here's what you do, you fucking morons. You go watch when I predicted all of this and I was ahead of the curve, motherfuckers. You don't even know. You want to watch me watch the fucking music video? You want to watch that? It's right here. It's right here. I already made the video. Go fucking watch it. It was from like a month ago. It was from like well before anybody was even talking about this shit. And I waited. I did the stream. I did the stream at the end of November, and then I waited like 2 weeks and I put out the fucking video. And I still was ahead of the fucking curve. And all you other fucking motherfuckers, you need to fucking give me credit, goddammit, because you all hate the disabled. You hate the disabled, goddammit. You just hate us all. You just hate the disabled. Pick a side. YouTube and Deadwing Dork, or anti-disabilities, or something. I don't know. We'll workshop the hashtag later, but just pick a side, goddammit. Anyways, go watch this video if you haven't yet. We watched the Mamamax rap toward the end. It is one of the worst things you've ever heard. The song is just terrible. It is terrible in every way it can be terrible. The beat is... Okay, the beat's not that bad. The beat is, like, fine. It's not very good, but it's fine. But it's terrible. The rest of it is terrible. The mixing is bad. The lyrics, the video where he just bobs around a lot and he tells pedos to suck his dick or something. And there's a bunch of subtitle errors. I don't know. Just go watch go watch this video. I'm gonna make a post or something telling people I was right. Give me my golden statue. Go watch this fucking video about the God cult, you fuckers. I was ahead of the curve. Tommy C was before me, obviously. Tommy C was the real... Tommy C was the one who, like, 2 years ago was like, Mamamax is a fucking grifter and do not trust him. And, you know, this is his world. We're all living in it, I guess. But... You know, in this specific scenario with Camden Gerard Dave, I've seen so many people, by the way, calling him Cameron instead of Camden. It's like people don't even know what the guy's fucking name is. It's crazy. But in this specific scenario with Camden Gerard Davis, I was fucking first. I was ahead of the curve, goddammit. There's probably somebody before me. There's probably a few people before me, actually. I'm being a real asshole now. But that's... it's working for me. I'm sticking with it. Anyways, that is the stream. Go check out my video that started my coverage of this whole thing. You want to see me trying to give it like the benefit of the doubt. I will say, people said that one person said that I went in with bad faith. And it's not really... It wasn't bad faith toward his argument or anything. I went in assuming that the whole thing was going to be about real survivors and stuff. But then the thing, like, if you haven't seen this video, my initial reaction is pretty negative because it's so, like, the editing is so overwrought and stupid. It's pretty negative. Like, immediately out the gate, I'm like, oh god, what is this stupid shit? So you might say it's, like, not fair. I'm not looking at it in good faith or something. But I will say that that's just mostly based on the editing being incredibly cringy and unbearable. It wasn't until much later that I started to really question the whole scenario and really, wait, so this lady's living with you? Huh? The one chat member who came to us with that information. Yeah, so go check that out if you haven't seen it. That's the stream. We're going to be doing super chats here. Thank you once again to the Alpha Lesbian for the 50 gift memberships. I hope you're all basking in the gift memberships. $2 from Reverend Cudgel. Let's put on a little music here. Let's put on a little music. We could have some Filmmaker playing, but I think I'm good on that. Fuck it. So, turn this down a little. Reverend Cudgel with $2. Mamamax, Leviathans are coming! That's right. Sua Shack has become a member. Thank you very much. $10 from Cryptic Gabriel. So I actually started listening to the podcast after it turned out Spencer was making claims that were both medically impossible and heavily implicated herself in alleged crimes. Yeah, no, that's a whole thing too. Somebody, I think Ark actually was pointing out, the podcast is, the podcast, like, she mentions that she was forced to miscarry several times, and, like, the math was done of, like, how long it takes for the fucking trimesters or whatever, and it doesn't add up. So, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. I didn't even get into that, but yeah, there's some questions about that. Medically impossible, yeah. Potentially, I don't know. $2 from Mari Maru. Leviathans got claws last stream. They sure did. It was a real shame. It was a real shame. $2 from Suashak. What's the revenue split with YouTube on memberships? It's probably like 30%, I assume. I don't know. It's annoying, whatever it is. $5 from Fuzo. Max is a YouTuber, and he might recover someday from this and be a big YouTuber again, despite this stuff. But he will never be a filmmaker. I don't think he's recovering from this, but yeah, that's a possibility. That's more of a possibility than him ever being a real filmmaker at this point, yes. $5 from that one chick. Filmmaker and director with a little eye roll. Max is his own worst enemy. Yeah, that goes without saying. $5 from Reverend Cudgel. Max has no one but himself to blame for all this, but Spencer is at the heart of all the recent shit decisions. She also lured children, allegedly. Allegedly, yeah, indeed. Allegedly by her own accounts, I believe. Allegedly. $2 from Reverend Cudgel. I bet they wanted the 100K to fund suing Muda. Well, Muda's pretty rich. Muda's very rich, as they say in the thing. So, he'll have $1 million to just give him. It's fine. $2 from Disgusting Seal. Max has main character syndrome 100%. Oh, yeah. I mean, he cosplays as the guy from fucking... what do you call it? The Hotline Miami. He cosplays as that. So he's definitely like self-inserted into the... It's Sonic Sega Gamer syndrome, basically. $20 from... Sorry, $20 from Quoth. Stuff on the internet can be fake? No damn way. $5 from Fun Machine. Leviathans... Yeah, no, it can be fake. A lot of it can be fake. A lot of what he's ever made, most of what he has made can be fake, indeed. Thank you. $5 from Fun Machine. Leviathans broke in and stole my voice changers. Your love came all over me. I do have to show this off once again in case you missed it. I did make this, and I'm gonna put this up as its own clip, I think, but I'm very happy to have made this.
Prepare the water cooler, that we may gather around it later and discuss things.
Phony Mamamax lawyer fighting for survivors, using silly voice changers and being a huge liar. Allegedly. I just wanted to share that again. I don't know. I don't know. He needs the silly voice changers. That's what backs up the being a huge liar part. It's very important. It's very important. Let's see. Allegedly. Let's see. $5 from Reverend Cudgel. Every tuber that was involved with Max has said that they haven't watched any of his videos. So his videos were so bad, even his friends didn't watch them. Oh, wow. Yeah, it is just his weird little cult of personality, I guess, of like 15-year-old girls that like his voice changer. It's so funny to me that he has a beef with Corpse Husband, because it's like the same demographic. They're two sides of the same coin. Arguably, Corpse Husband is a lot less embarrassing at this point, but, you know, similar. 750 ISK from Baneblade. Sometimes your knight in shining armor is actually just a loser in tinfoil. You know, that's a really good statement. I like that. That's words to live by. That one chick has become a member. I don't know why you get several, but we gave in to temptation a little bit. $2 from your friend Zippity. A Max alt harassed my stream to watch more of his ARG. Oh no. That's a shame. Yeah, you gotta watch more of more QR codes on stream on screen to get you to the secret real video. AK member for 2 months. Before I thought Max was a decent guy who just never grew out of his edgy phase. Hope there are real consequences for his recklessness. I mean, I don't think based on based on a lot of what we've seen, it's hard to imagine there will be consequences for what he's done, like legally or anything. Unless Camden decides to, fucking take him to court over defamation, or any of the other people that have been defamed by him allegedly. So maybe that, but for instance, that whole post about how he's failed the victims legally, I don't see how any of that would really get back to him necessarily. That's kind of the unfortunate thing. I don't think a lot of it is really anything that can be, criminal negligence or anything like that for him. So that's a concern. It feels like he should be criminally punished for what he's done here, but that's a whole other thing. He's definitely been published in the court of he's been punished in the court of public opinion. He's again, I would not put it past him to show up on Odyssey or Kick complaining about being canceled, and because his videos were already so close to QAnon bullshit, the adrenochrome owl cult run by Moloch and the sex vampires. I don't know. I could definitely see him, switching over to that kind of grifting, allegedly, if he wanted to do that. $2 from Nico Carrero, like Mary Lee Walsh, lol. I don't know what that's in reference to, but yeah, fuck that slow wheel. $2 from your friend Zippity. The QR codes are more leaks of this call, dork. That's right, yeah. Interesting little unlisted videos. I like that. $5 from David O'Neill. Max took out a loan at the First National Bank of Lies! Oh man, he's overdrawn at the Lie Bank. $2 from Dr. Negus B. Wilden. I give this what exactly is that? It's an R and then is that like a gorilla? What the fuck is that emoji? Oh, it's a cog? I can't see what that is. I don't know what that is. But I think it's the retard word. I give this R slur a solid 8 out of 10. Rape. Oh, I get it. Yeah, the rape review. Right. It's an R with an ape. I get it. Absolutely. Solid 8 out of 10 rape right there. I would violate it. Absolutely. That's definitely not as good as the Rape Waker, but that was a good one. It was pretty good. $20 from Kate, this absolute user.
This is an extreme mega killer run.
We're going to rent
on a user.
It is becoming more insufferable.
$2 from Alan Sampson. This could just be a user StreamYard. Sad! Many such cases. $2 from Shart. Max would definitely represent himself in a trial. Oh, that would be incredible. I hope so. I hope so. Oh my, I have such a fascination. I don't know if I've communicated this with people. I have to do a true crime stream at some point where we look at some of the people that have represented themselves. I have such a fascination with that. Like the parade killer guy, the guy who drove through the Christmas parade. He tries to represent. It's so funny. And it's funny, but also horrifying and disturbing that he's like, I guess it should be allowed, but Jesus fucking Christ, it's so fucked up. It's fascinating. That would be great if he had to do that. That would be fantastic. It would be fantastic because it wouldn't be a scenario where like he's dragging the victims through the mud and forcing them to relive moments and being like, objection, irrelevant. You know, like the guy who represented himself in court while he was cross-examining his wife who he raped and tried to murder, and she had to like go through that and then talking with him on the fucking witness stand. Like that guy, that's really fucked up, but it's also fascinating. At least with Mamamax, it wouldn't be that way. It would just be funny. It would just exclusively be funny. He'd like drop the fucking like files and he'd be talking in like a pitch down voice because he can't do his voice changer because he's in court. So he'd have to do like, Your Honor, Your Honor. Like he'd have to talk like a little kid trying to sound like an old person. It would be amazing. It would be amazing. 35 Czar from Tylenol Interlude. Loving the streams lately, Claw. Thank you. Loving doing them as well. This has been a great month for streams. It's been fantastic. Every stream, even the ones that have been a little slow, they've still had bangers. Every stream has had some bangers. Thank you. I'm glad you agree. $5 from Reverend Cudgel. Max was willing to let Magnetar go while allegedly having evidence that he was a pedophile. He was willing to let an alleged pedophile go free to get his way. Yeah, that is another element of it. I mean, like, that's... He was willing to make a deal with the Magnetar legal team. Mamamax's legal team was willing to do that for him. You know, even though he had super cool real evidence that Magnetar was a pedophile. Totally real, legit, bro. But, like, he seems really willing to sit on that until it's convenient for him. Like, the 2 years that it took him to do the cult thing. Well, it would be interesting to find out what he was doing in those 2 years. Like, you know, go through the whole time, like, because somebody put that in perspective at one point, like, you know, during this time you've been, like, fighting with Tommy C and Vito, and, like, oh, now we're getting Little Sims. That's gonna get copyright claimed. Oh, hang on. During this time you've been fighting with a bunch of fucking users, and, you know, yeah. $2 from, Reverend Cudgel. Also, Max has literally no evidence on Magnetar. There's like a dick pic or something, apparently. I don't think it's anything, though, yeah. Daniel Huras has become a member. Thank you very much.
We're going to rent on a user.
€2 from Gabo. Charlie, I can literally cancel you, Charlie! Yeah, that was such a good... That's the fucking Joker laugh. Or as Manuel, member for 2 months, says... Mamamax has the Tom York laugh. I haven't heard Tom York laugh. He seems like a very morose guy. $2 from Creation Sylph Fandom. No message, but thank you. Arachnidroid has become a member. Thank you very much. $5 from Shaft Slammer. Fun fact, admitting your court case for monetary benefit is the easiest way for your case to get thrown out. Mamamax literally dunked his own case. Yep, it's all over. It's all so jover. $2 from Ox Edward. Nexpo has disavowed Max now. Yeah, we looked at that. $5 from your friend Zippity. There's Kiwi Farms leaks of videos of Spencer verbally abusing Kadem. I'm assuming you mean the vampire guy? Jesus Christ. How did that happen? Oh, I don't even want to know, but... Yeah, no, this is all a whole situation. It's an unfolding thing. I keep wanting to not do this whole shit anymore, but it keeps happening. The shit keeps rolling downhill. Well, interesting. $30 from Mossfit. Shoutouts to Alan Sampson for being one space away from a double user bingo. Oh, seriously? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, wow, I didn't even know we were doing user bingo. Oh, I should have done it the whole time. It's too late now, but man, that's great. I'm so good for you, and thank you to Mosfet. $2 from Angel Dust. Anti-Max gang, love you, Papa Claw. I mean, I'm only anti-Max because of the consequences of his own actions, really. I don't want to be anti-Max, but I have to be. Pro T Robot has been a member. Has been a member for 3 months. As someone named Max outside of the internet, we Maxes do not accept this one. That's fair. That's understandable. I'm sorry for all of your people. I'm very sorry. Well, thank you for watching the stream, everybody. It's been fun. I hope you had fun. It's been a real fucking stream. There's been a lot of stuff happening. There's been so much going on. Every frame is so dense. There's so much going on, including the phony Mamamax lawyer, which was a big part of the stream. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, probably tomorrow. Penis.